Well, hello there, agents of the Emperor's Most Holy Inquisition. How goes it? It is now time to try out the new Owlcat game, Dark Heresy. I need to try to get these audio levels decently enough so we get a little background music and noise. There we go. But it's not so over the top, it blends everything out. Sick. So, this is early access. I did a whole series on Rogue Trader that I might do again sometime because they've added a bunch of updates to it. But it's the weekend, so we'll step away from Total War Warhammer 40, or not 40k yet, Total War Warhammer 3. Total War Warhammer 40k is not here yet. But Dark Heresy, the new Owlcat RPG, I started to play it. I need to take those off. That is too loud in my ears. And I can't get to an options. Oh, I can. Hold up. Settings. Sound. Let's go ahead and music volume that way down. There we go. There we go. Now the music's down. Whoop. No, don't hit default. There we go. So, it's the new Owlcat game. Their RPGs, Owlcat does really good. They did Pathfinder really well. Both Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous were both just awesome games. They're big, long, sprawling RPGs. This one is going to be more like Rogue Trader. And what's interesting is when I played Rogue Trader, I was like, this should be an Inquisition game. And lo and behold, they were already working on a Inquisition game. So, we'll see how it is. This is early access, so it's not going to be a full thing. We've got pre-mades and all that. But it's really reading heavy. They don't have all the voice acting in yet. And I started to play and was like, if I'm going to play this, I'm just going to do it on stream. So if I have to read the stuff anyway, I'm just going to read it out loud because I probably would end up reading it out loud anyway. So here we go. New game. So when we do the new game, do need that up a little bit now. There we go. So when we do need the new game, so we've got two preset scenarios. Maris Pastorum Sectoris, level aquatic activity stable. I think we're in like a water zone, so this looks like it's unflooded, and this looks like it's flooded. So, don't know. Archival testimony report, we're going to do this one. Archival testimony report. The Acolyte of the Inquisition completed the mission to retrieve the artifact from Schultes Valor, but lost his mentor, Inquisitor Leander de Taral, in the process. Immediately after the trial, the Acolyte of the Inquisition headed to the lower levels of the Hive to the Mars Pastorium Sectoris. Acolyte's escort, Catachan Jungle Fighter, Chirurgeon, Sanctioned Psyker. So, yep. Looks like this is all in the same, but it adds in, while in the spires, the Acolyte of the Inquisition made an agreement with the Fabricator General and was assigned the task of reestablishing communication with the Sacred Machine Servo Congregator located on the lower levels of Hive Sibyllus. So, we'll just do this one. We'll do the first one. We'll leave everything normal. And continue. And as usual, feel free to talk in chat. People wanted me to remove the chat from the screen, so I took it down, which is fine. So I'll answer, because I can still see all the chats, so. You are playing Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. This game is in development. Report bugs by pressing Alt-B. Let us out. We're all going to die in here. The sea will come for us again. Upper Hivers, they've come to punish us. Run. Echo of the Unearthed. Inquisitorium Melicenta and Battle Sister Septima are in the Mazzapatorium Sectoris, one of the lower hab zones of Hive Sibyllus. Lord Inquisitor Anton Zerbe, nice name, sick, has instructed the Acolyte to travel to Mazzapatorium to assist the representatives of the Tyrian Cabal. So we have to find Sister Septima, orientation point. Available data indicates Sister Septimia's fortified camp is on the outskirts of Mazzapatorium. Find Inquisitor Melicenta, orientation point, Inquisitor Millicentilia. This excavation site is outside Mazzapatorium. And then we're supposed to go to the sector, which we've already completed. So, Character, same thing. You always have convictions. Okay, that's grayed out. We have no effects, but it's the pretty much the same. It looks like the same stats that there was before. There is some armor and stuff in this one, I guess, and it's very, very focused on very focused on investigations. So this is going to probably be much more RPG. Archetypes. Okay, so we're an officer. Imperium Noble. Gains +5 percentage. They use Wicked Scorn ability. They pick one of the following houses to join. Honorable House. Merchant House. Fallen House. Yep, and Combat Morale Specialist and abilities. We've got Single Target Burst Area. Wicked Scorn. Yeah. Select Modification. Okay. Bring it down. Nice. Finest Hour Heroic Act. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at. And if we look at him, we have a Catachan Jungle Fighter. Ballistic Skill, Toughness, Agility. We have a Soldier, Epony. Firearm Mastery, okay. And Toughness, Agility, Ballistic Skill, Intelligence. Okay, so she's Intelligence. I'm assuming she's not a soldier. I think she's... Oh, chirurgeon, probably. So she's a Medicae, looks like. We got a Sanctioned Psyker. Sick. What abilities do we have? We've got Fetter. Push. Stable Manipulation. We have Firestorm. Each unit 2-cell radius. Okay. Yeah. Blaze Weaver. I wonder if we still have that same psychic stuff. So, all right, it's the normal. If we hold tab, it shows us everything. So we've got Recoliger. Oh, we have Eyeball. Let's go talk to Eyeball. Mars Matorium is better than you think, Upper Hivers. Just don't let it eat you up. All right, so we got doors. We've got mobility. Let's see what else we got. Well, let's go open this door first. Door is locked with a heavy-duty padlock. Without a key, not even an explosion could help you open it. All right, well, let's open this door then. Hello there, Upper Hivers. You need to know a couple things before you go any further. The grimy man proudly shows off the aluminum tattoos glowing dimly under his skin. I'm here to make sure that everybody knows what's what right out of the gate. The Baron and us, his carvers, are in charge of this town. We keep order here, so watch yourself and you'll be good. So, I've had cold reception. Can you tell me about this place? Show the sigil. I'll do whatever I want and watch whoever I want. I believe I have a full picture. I must go. So, think about being an inquisitorial agent is you have the inquisitorial rosette. That's what this probably is the inquisitorial rosette. There's technology in it. It's not just a symbol that anybody could grab. There's like a bunch of like identifying stuff with it. Like I'm assuming like DNA, and it's supposed to not be able to be spoofed and all this stuff. And it gives you full access. Like you're in charge. Wherever you are, you're in charge. Doesn't matter where you are. You can order anyone around, save the God Emperor himself. So Inquisitors are the most powerful people in the universe of 40K. They can exterminate whole planets. I have the feeling we're a young Inquisitor here, or just got made an Inquisitor, or on our way to be being made an Inquisitor. So I'm assuming once the full game comes out, we'll like have stuff like that. But you don't necessarily want to shove your weight around. So we will. I've had colder receptions. Can you tell me about this place? He scratches his head and thought, all right, listen, you're in the lower town. This is where all the outcasts and unlucky sods live. And then you got the divers. Don't mess with them. They're under Baron's protection. From here, you can get to the upper town. That's where Baron's lair is, along with the local fanatics, the flock of respondents. Blast them. You're better off not going outside of town. There are upper hivers digging around on one side and pharaohs living on the other. The Baron drove the pharaohs out of town, and now they pounce on any scrap of meat they can find. The upper hivers, who are they? The likes of you. Okay, so that's going to be the inquisitorial dig site. Who are these divers? Local fishermen. Who are the flock of resplendents? They're fanatics. They scorch their feet and break their fingers in the name of the God Emperor. So for those of you that don't know, 40K has the God Emperor of mankind. You've seen all the memes everywhere, probably. He's a dipshit. I know people love the God Emperor. He ruined everything multiple times. He's an egomaniac. He's a bad dad. Well, I don't know. The Primarchs aren't technically his sons. They're lab experiments. The problem is sometimes he treats them like lab experiments. Sometimes he treats them like sons. So he made 12 Primarchs or 20 Primarchs to lead the Space Marine legions. Half of them turned against him in the Horus Heresy. It's a whole thing, which we'll get into if it gets to that point. Tell me about the Ferals. They used to be a small problem, but ever since the Baron forced them out of town, they lost their minds from hunger. I see. I believe I have the full picture. I must go. Don't necessarily want to throw the inquisitorial weight around. We can change squad, which is cool. Flock Preacher. Okay, there's no thing on him. These all look like locals. No reason to... Oh, wrong button. Oh, there we go. Tab. Let's go see what this is. Locals have locked this passage on the other side to keep the sermon-excited crowd from forcing its way into the residential district. So, the world of 40K is very... So take a lot of the weird shit of, like, the Middle Ages, the religious fervor, add technology on top of it, add magic on top of it. You start to get a lot of religious zealots. A crowd of onlookers look as the owner of the chest are watching you closely. Okay, I can disperse the crowd with your sigil, or disperse the crowd by shooting over their heads. Okay. You should go ahead and go over there and sleight of hand it. Oh, I can't actually get to it. That's why. Okay. Like if I choose one of these on the outside. I'm assuming that's why. What is this? Select all characters. Okay. Oop, wrong button. Left click, not right click. Huh, they don't actually seem to disperse with my sigil. Alright. Maybe that's just part of the new stuff. Let's go down here. We all run down here. Turn on. Tech use. 95%. There we go. Sorrow. Good job. So we brought some up with the fishing. What did we find? We found some data conduit cable coils and package of mesh weave. We'll collect all. Alright. So let's go over here. Inspect. Ooh, a big sea creature. I'm assuming this is what they're fishing for. They got it hooked in. Okay. Let's find out what this says. The carcass of the sea monster shows clear signs of mutation. The precise cause remains a mystery. Mutation's not good. Alright. Woman in rags. Inspect. A woman is swathed in rags, quite skillfully avoids drawing attention. Her eyes intently sweeping over the people around her. Alright. Looks like we've got... That's probably the sister. Oh. We've got a thing there. Okay, yeah, we can click on people. Go ahead and shoot that, I guess. Good, we've got a sniper rifle. Assuming it made a bridge. Yep, there we go. Oh, we got some goods. What do we got? Contained plasma and Magnus class rechargeable battery. By the way, I don't think they would be labeling things Magnus class. That seems like not a good idea. I wonder if these guys have anything to say. I have a shadow living in my head. It's watching me. I need to behave or the shadow will come out of my head and kill me. That's not great. The sea feeds us. The sea takes us. Only it knows what's it taste like. Well, the eyes at the bottom are staring into my soul. Okay, this is not good. From a 40K standpoint, the locals talking about hearing voices and seeing things. Let's go up here. I'm assuming this is the sisters' camp. It looks like it. Yeah, these look like religious zealots. Ecclesiarchy servant. The Ecclesiarchy is the church of the Holy Emperor. Okay, you're not going to say anything? All right. Okay. Let's go talk to the novice. And we march without fear, for fear is the death cry of the weak. We march with his words upon our lips, and the song of our bolters will be thunder to the wicked. All right, Septimia fighter. It's a Septimia fighter. Okay. Inspect. The Battle Sisters Field Bunker. The module design allows it to be deployed even on the unstable ground of the Mospatorium. All right, we got a novice. Let's go talk. Oh, wits. Here we go. Wits 90. So it looks like our psyker has the best wits. Sister Septimia's banner. It commemorates an obscure saint of the order. What? Of the Order of the Sacred Rose, who's dedicated her life to the service. That's one of the orders of the sisters. In fact, I think it's a playable 1 in 40K in the tabletop game. All right, Deaconess Invidia. A stout woman in loose ecclesiarchy robes stares at you in astonishment. I am truly allowed to behold an agent of the Golden Throne. Golden Throne is what the Emperor sits on. The Emperor is technically, like, dead, but not dead. He's a zombie, kind of. The Golden Throne is what's keeping him alive. An agent of the Golden Throne. One of those who fervently serves the God Emperor within the ranks of the Holy Inquisition, which is what we are. Oh, there we go. A secret organization that was founded, data deleted, in the year data deleted, by order of data deleted. The sacred duty of the Inquisition is to hunt down and exterminate anything that poses a threat to the Imperium, no matter the origin. Saint's blood, I can hardly believe it. So the Holy Inquisition is divided into 3 overarching ordos, and then there's a bunch of minor ordos. Like, if anything happens, like let's say they find a new alien species, they might make an ordo named after that species, where there's inquisitors that just study that and dedicate their lives to eradicating it or studying it or whatever. But the 3 main ones are Ordos Xenos, which are all the aliens. So what I just described would fall under Ordo Xenos. There's Ordo Hereticus, which is to root out heresy in the 40K universe, which would be like humans going against the Emperor, and so against the church, basically. Well, more so against the Emperor, but that gets all sucked in with the ecclesiarchy and everything. And their main like fighting force is the Sisters of Battle. They're directly kind of run by the Inquisition. And then there's Ordo Xenos, Ordo Hereticus, and Ordo... Why can't I remember the other one? It's the demon one. It's the chaos one. Why? And the Grey Knights. Why the hell can't I think of that ordo? That's weird. Anyway, there's a third one that the Grey Knights are the order militant of, and they're basically, it's demons. It's hardcore chaos. It's not the little heretical shit. It's, yeah. So, I am Deaconess Invidia. Invidia? A servant of the Adeptus Ministorum. By the will of the God Emperor, Cardinal Ignato himself has permitted me to bestow blessings of the Calaxian cult upon the worthy. Official representative of the ecclesiarchy, also known as the Adeptus Ministorum. Yeah, those two are kind of interchangeable. May I see the ecclesiarchy blessings available to me? What's your position in the ecclesiarchy? What brought you to this place? What brought you to this place? Thousands of times I have prayed to the God Emperor to grant me a chance to serve the Imperium and humanity, and so at last there came the hour to choose who among the clerics would accompany the Blessed Sister into these lands. It took many pleas to be given a place in her retinue, and now, with the greatest devotion, I aid the defenders of humanity. May I see the ecclesiarchy blessings? Oh, okay, so it's... I'll just sell all junk. There you go. Deal. Alright, so we got Ogren Stubbers... Melta Charges, Multi-Keys, Ogre Heavy Bolter, Deadly Chainsword, Psyker Sandals. There we go. Commissar Boots. There we go. Deal. Alright. Now, Sister Septimia. Let's go talk to Sister Septimia first. Let's get the story on the road, I guess. Sister Septimia studies you with a steady appraising look. Acolyte Leander de Taral's acolyte. I remember you. Okay, so we've ran into her before. Rarely does one meet acolytes who bear the burden of their duty with such zeal. Continue to be steadfast in your undertakings, and you shall learn the grace of serving the God Emperor. Lord Inquisitor Zerbe sent me to assist you, sister, yet I know nothing of your objectives. Do you work alongside Inquisitor Melisenta? Inquisitor Melisenta is conducting her own investigation here. Her efforts are, without doubt, directed at supporting the Tyrantine Cabal, an organization within the Calaxian Conclave of the Inquisition that is composed of representatives of different holy ordos. The primary duty of the Tyrantine Cabal is to study the mysterious phenomenon known as the Tyrant Star and its related prophecy. If you watched the trailer for this, it's got some stuff on the Tyrant Star in it. Yet upon learning of my arrival, she did not see fit to join my righteous mission. Our talks about working together have stalled. She now avoids my company. So this is a pretty high-ranking sister. Like, this isn't your basic Battletech sister. Which succeeded. Her frosty tone leaves no uncertainty that despite her attempt to make light of the situation, there is no love lost between the Sister of Battle and the Inquisitor. Given Inquisitor Melisenta's dire circumstances, it's all the more surprising that her agent, Sister glances briefly at the data slate she holds in her hand, Raffinius Scarag, is probing the Mars Praetorian Sectoris on some mission. I must know what he's trying to sniff out. My people have lost track of him, therefore I entrust this task to you. Okay, so we got a new case on the trail. So this is the detective stuff part of this, which is Inquisitors are basically detectives who seek out heresy or Xenos threats or basically whatever they're kind of looking for or doing. Some time ago, contact was lost with Agent Ruffian Scragg, who was investigating the outskirts of the menace of the Praetorium Sectoris. The acolytes must locate Ruffinius and ascertain the status of his mission. Clue acquired. Okay. Continue. According to the report, this agent bears an old burn on his face and an augmentation on the lower part of his left leg below the knee. These distinguishing features will guide you in your search. You want me to spy on agents of another Inquisitor? Yes, I want to be kept informed of developments. And Mistress Melisenta is slow to share intelligence. My people are needed here, but you are a different matter. So Scragg's whereabouts are unknown to you. He who was charged with watching the agent failed in his duty and now pays the price for that negligence. This, however, was merely a temporary lapse. I will do whatever I can. Lord Inquisitor Zerbe sent me to assist you, sister, yet I know nothing of your objectives. I thank the God Emperor for this corruption and corruption cannot disturb an empty mind. Corruption cannot disturb an empty mind. That's great. The Imperium basically keeps their citizens stupid because if they understood chaos, they'd turn to it because they have miserable lives. A majority of them miserable lives. No upward mobility, no hope. They work garbage jobs in dangerous conditions and have just a shit life. And if chaos was allowed, if general knowledge of chaos was allowed to flow around, people would be like, okay, So this guy wants to make me not in pain from the disease I picked up in this crowded hive city. Well, that sounds great. I'll follow him. Or, wow, this group just thinks I should enjoy myself and, have small pleasures like, oh, you should be able to hang out with your buddies and drink beer and like have a good time. And oh, this guy is like, hey, you're mad. You should deal with that. You should beat the shit out of somebody. They would turn to these chaos cults, or just in general following a chaos. It would pretty much automatically happen. So the Imperium keeps people stupid. For now, you need only know what I tell you. First Inquisitor Melisenta has lost the greater part of her servants in the Hab Zone. This has slowed her investigations and consequently our joint work. Find out what has happened to them as soon as you can. Otherwise, Inquisitor Melisenta will be forced to spend time she should be devoting to saving Calexis. A sector of the Imperium located on the Segmentum Obscurus on the edge of the known galaxy. It occupies the space between the central sectors of the Imperium and the Coronis Expanse frontier. That's where Rogue Trader was, the Coronis Expanse. The sector is home to many highly valued and densely populated worlds. Still, Calixis lies a significant distance from Holy Terra, making it vulnerable to the numerous foes and dangers that threaten humanity. My second servant, Durcius, was to make contact with the Lothra preacher Erasmus. His orders were to question Erasmus and bring me the particulars I require. Dursus has the gall to not present himself before me. You must descend into the bowels of this rotten place, learn where Dursus is now, and bring him to me. You will recognize the servants by the robes of the Ecclesiarchy, black hair cropped short, and the implant plate set in his forehead. Clue acquired. Preacher Durcius. Since when are we obliged to act as lackeys for the Adeptus Order? Yeah, it is. For the Adeptus Sororitas. So we got some stuff here. Septimia turns her heavy gaze on your companion. The Lord Inquisitor has transferred all of you to serve under my command for the duration of this mission. Therefore, at present, you are to follow my orders. What happens afterwards, only the God Emperor knows. I don't think that would occur. Are you suggesting we search the whole Hab Zone to find Durcius? To avoid fruitless searching, go to the confessor Erasmus, head of the Flock of Repentance. He dwells on the so-called Upper Town. You will find him at the very top. The workers' devotional service should be drawing to a close, so you may pass through the gates freely. Say that I sent you. He will reveal every secret. You arrived with sufficient haste, so I judge Durcus could not have been swept away in the toxic surge. Bring him to me alive. Find the preacher Durcus and return him. The objective is clear. I'm not finished yet. Since the last tidal surge, people have been disappearing from these parts. Most of the missing were certainly swallowed by the raging flood, yet others vanished afterwards. People continue to go missing. On some nights, as many as 50 can be unaccounted for. Among other tasks, you must discover what became of those unfortunates and who is responsible for their disappearance. That is all for now. Go and see to it. All right, what do we got here? Inspect. Are you in your right mind, Acolyte? Another stunt like that, I won't consider it tantamount heresy. Okay, so apparently we shouldn't force access to her computers. Fine. So we are only an acolyte of the Inquisition. She has to be a super duper high ranking sister of battle to get that kind of stuff. Let's not go any further down there. Is there a map? Oh no. Don't do that. Okay. Alright, where are we? Okay, that's the way up. I think this is the way we came in? Yeah. Acolyte, I have business with you. Woman in rags. Acolyte, if I'm not mistaken, I am pleased to welcome you. Your name has been on everyone's lips at the Bastion lately. By the way, they are saying that all of this will be voiced when the game comes out. A woman in plain robes stands in your path. Beneath her hood, the lenses of an old eye augmentation emit an unpleasant buzzing whir. Assisting the sister of battle is doubtless a good deed, but still an acolyte ought to work. The woman paused for a few seconds. With proper inquisitors, don't you not agree? My patron, Mistress Melisenta, is right now inspecting the excavation outside this little settlement. A courtesy visit would be, at the very least, prudent on your part. I can escort you to her immediately. Have you been following me? You claim to be an acolyte. On which ground should I believe you? Not many in the Imperium. She glances around and, assured of privacy, drags back the helmet of Road to be a sturdy synth leather armor and a sigil deadly gleaming on her belt. Not many in the Imperium would be foolish enough to wear a sigil without the Inquisitor's authorization, wouldn't you say? Where exactly did you say? As you pass the sisters' camp, keep it to your left, look for the pipes heading beyond town, and follow them, but sooner or later you'll arrive at the excavation site. But it would be best if you allow me to guide you there. I will decide for myself whom to visit and when. A bit of advice, Acolyte. Do not keep important people waiting. Lady Millicenta still holds vital intelligence on the Majlatorium Sectoris, but it's your call. You will bear the consequences. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'll head there in a minute. Is there anything up here? I want to check this whole thing out. Oh, there's a bunch of goods over there. Oh, that's that locked room. Okay. Let's head this way. I like to rob the good people. And I think we can turn camera. How do we turn camera? No. Is there a... Whoop. Hey, you with the tin throat. The Baron politely asks that you pack it in with these rumors. If you try to make a fuss, he'll ask you impolitely. Faithless ignorance. Once again, you stand in the way of repentance. Once again, you take salvation away from these people. We will endure. We will endure it, but only for now. Yeah, endure it. That's what the God Emperor told you to do. The rest of you, get out of here. Don't you have jobs to do? Okay, where are we? Alright, so this is the main spot we came in. Okay, change squad. No. Let's go over here. We're all filthy, but these are filthier than the rest. Their souls are stained with vice, and today we will wash it away with blood. Okay. Inspect. A symbol daubed in blood, comprehensible to the dull-wielded residents of the Hab Zone. This is how the local preachers mark the houses of those who are insufficiently zealous in their service to him. Disciples of repentance. He's on his arm. Take him down. Boo. Nice. I will crack your head open for the Emperor. All right, we got an Ogren. Enraged Ogren. The Ogren before you is so huge that it makes him look like a walking slab of rock. His body wears enough burns and wounds to kill any ordinary human, and yet they barely seem a nuisance to this giant. He takes a menacing step towards you, raising his weapon with a growl. Look at the Ogren. Guardsman, stop. Enough, you fought well. I am not your enemy. Grab your weapons and halt in the name of the Inquisition. Guardsman, enough, stop, you fought well. Guardsman. His growling gives way to comprehensible words, and his grave expression to almost childlike bewilderment. They not call me guardsman. Sometimes Sergeant Owley calls me you there, or abhuman, but not guardsman. The weapon in the Ogren hands lowers slowly while he's busy pondering his new circumstances. You're not the enemy, I think, then. Are you reinforcement? Tell me your name, Ogren, what happened here. Give him a Medicaid kit. Take this, you should treat your wounds. For me, I'm not allowed. It's what the sergeant says, but he's not here, so I'll take it. He grins in satisfaction, and his giant hand snatches the Medicaid kit from you. Tell me your name, Ogren. The Ogren hesitates before showing you the tattoos on his biceps. 0118B. Are you actually called 0118B? Yes, inventory number. The Ogren pauses in thought, but you can call me Cog. That's what the sergeant calls me. What happened here? We was on patrol. Those ones came at us, wounded the sergeant. He gave me orders, hold position until reinforcement comes. The sergeant went to cover the rear. Who was in command of your unit? So you're alone out here? No one else from your unit survived? I'm with Sergeant Llewellyn, but he went to get reinforcement. He'll be back. I wouldn't count on it, pal. Haymar scoffs and turns to you. I can't help but wonder why a squad of Fusiliers had to meet an inglorious death in this hole. But what matters right now is that we can't abandon Astra Militarum property, which this abhuman is. Either he'll end up in the wrong hands, or it'll cause a lot of trouble if we leave him unsupervised. We have to return him to command, not to mention these boneheads are terribly expensive. The loyalty of the paltry-minded abhuman deserves more than what he's received for his faithful servant. Sorrow folds his arms. Okay. So our companions will do different stuff. You can't be allowed to remain here without command. You are the property of the Imperium and must come with me until the matter has been cleared up. I got orders. The sergeant said hold position until the sergeant says so I will not leave position. Perhaps I should help you look for the sergeant. Missing sergeant. Obi-Wan rushes to the Marsatorium without orders from the company sergeant to which he's assigned. Well, sergeant, his location, ... I don't know what the sergeant looks like. Come with me, and you can help me recognize him. I got orders, but the sergeant's been gone long. Maybe he got lost. Maybe more of these ones attacked him. I have to find sergeant. All right. Gesture at Servo Ossuarium. I'm assuming that's our servo. Skull. I'll inform command about these bodies. These are just corpses. We should not waste time. Faction and reputation received. Okay, so we got reputation gains in this game. Scintillant Fusiliers. Continue. All right. You command till we find Sergeant Uli. Then he command. He'll know what to do. All right. Turn on. Initiating Vox frequency tracking mode. Okay. So, let's look here. Journal. Okay, so we need to find the missing sergeant. We need to find the leader of the Flock of Repentance. And we need to go out to Inquisitor Melisatoria, whatever her name is. Alright. What's down here? Let's go check out down here. Cool, we got an Ogren. Tracks down the sergeant's Vox signal. What if we pull this? I got some more goods. Collect all. We got some Maglev impellers, sealed hermetic infusion, and universal power cells. Alright. In that case, I think we've looked in all this area. Let's go find... Alright. Is there a map? There we go. Map. Okay, loot, 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 loot. Well, where's that loot? Seems to be standing right by where we're at. Loot, 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 loot. Okay. And then that is the upper town. That's the excavation site. Okay, there's Sister Sepenia's cap. Okay, we can zoom in. Good. Alright. So, let's just go... to here. This is one of the nice things. You can just hit a button and your guys will all run there. This is a thing from the Alcat games. I mean, it's a thing from... Oh, god damn it. Okay, he is there. There we go. Alright. Looks like this was the pipes leaving town? No. Okay, that's not a place. Oh, is up here the... Oh, this looks like the pipes leading town. Okay. Let's go down here and go meet her. A reinforced container, heavily corroded. If you drop something heavy on it, it will surely break open. Okay. Let's get our gun, boy. There we go. Excellent. Goods. There we go. Bottle of rock gut, low capacity fuel tank, Skints. Let's see. Excavation site. Let's go talk to her. Okay, so here's the Sister Sapinius camp. Excavation site. So there's the place we can go from where we're at. I like these maps. They're very cool. She'll probably send us on a different mission. Press any key. My patience is growing thin, old man. We can proceed to the next stage of the interrogation, though you'll find it even less to your liking. No, we should probably save. There we go. Game saved. Alright. Looming over the recolager, curled up on the ground, the Inquisitor asks, "What does it seem like the first time? Have you remembered anything?" We have two men watching the torture. One of the two men watching the torture. We have guest, Inquisitor. The acolyte who has been prowling around Marzipatorium. That's him, mistress. Anton Zerbey's newest protege. I thought you would make an appearance sooner or later. Spies, I have not seen you in some time. It's a pity that you have decided to use your talents in the service of another Inquisitor. Epiny gives the Inquisitor a reserved nod, but does not say a word in response. I am here to provide... We finally meet in person. My name is Slim Shady. An acolyte's life is short. Do not expect me to remember someone who might perish at any moment. Since you are here, it only means you were sent by that means you were sent by Lord Inquisitor Zerbey. Only he knows about the mission. Gareth, see to the witness's wounds. He is not permitted to die before the end of the interrogation. Dario, I'll be waiting for a report on our progress. As for you, your arrival is the best evidence that the Lord Inquisitor is losing patience. Isn't that correct? Lord Inquisitor wishes to know why the reason for your pensée in the Ministratorium Sectoris, and he's offering assistance. I'm only a messenger, Inquisitor. Please stay your anger. Is there any way I could be a help to you? What crime did he commit? I, in fact, need your help. You're an expert on ancient Xenos. I am only the messenger, Inquisitor. Perhaps. My expedition team has gone missing from the excavation site. Workers, disciples of the machine cult, the Mechanicus. They're the tech guys in 40k. And guards. It started with the first seaquake that hit the Hab zone. The workers complained of fatigue and ceaseless nightmares. This is not a local incident. People all over the Marzipatorium Sectoris are suffering from similar symptoms. Many of them have likewise disappeared without a trace. More and more are going missing every day. Reports have shown that these disappearances are symptomatic, so we can rule out natural population decline. We must learn why people in the Hab zone are disappearing, and you will begin your investigation right here in my cap. Even an amateur could see there are signs of looting. It might have been more than one group. Was it several? Find out. Reconstruct the events that took place at the camp. I graciously give you my permission to use the sacred mechanisms bestowed on the Ordo Xenos by members of the Cult Mechanicus. Clue acquired. Missing expedition. Field camp. Marzipatorium Sectorius. Since the first seaquake, inhabitants of the Hab zone have been suffering from nightmares. People have been disappearing from the town. Missing expedition. All the workers and guards of the excavation initiated by Inquisitor Millicenta have disappeared for reasons unknown. Field camp. Her field camp has been abandoned. Okay. Items received: Hollow Invoker, a unique set of archaeotech mechanisms capable of briefly reproducing a set of hypothetical images in a confined hollow ray space. Okay. Continue. And do not forget to interrogate the witness. The old man knows something, but it seems my methods have caused him to lose that memory. I do not have time to coax the answers out of him, so you deal with it instead. When you are done, report to anything you've learned. Any questions? You said my task is to learn why people are disappearing from the Hab Zone. Would it not be better to focus our efforts on finding the workers instead? What have you been searching for down here? Do your job, Acolyte. Alright. It is true, rescuing rabble is not my responsibility. However, I cannot ignore the fact there's some connection between the time frames of these disappearances, both my people and the locals. There's also a mysterious circumstance of these disappearances and the spread of nightmares in the Hab Zone. As for what that connection is, that is for you to find out. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm ready to start my investigation. Received item, Strange Charm. One of my specialists... Find out, take this amulet. He'll know I sent you. Expect 2 of you to work together on this. I need results. Okay. Alright. Oh, we got goods. There we go. Ooh. 180 skins. And battery. Okay, collect all. Alright. Acolyte Dariel. Okay. One of them will send his acolytes not to use rare fortune to see an acolyte of a dead inquisitor, not follow him to the grave on the Cabal's orders. Paying the acolyte not the slightest attention. Epitome gives the witness a cursory look. Numerous signs of bruising, superficial damage to the surface layers of the skin, apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones. This procedure was performed with sufficient expertise to ensure that the witness would not expire, yet retain the ability to feel pain. Still, I would recommend refraining from further application of violence given the subject's age. Glare at the witness menacingly. Ask me anything, Master. Tell me what you've already told the Inquisitor, and don't even think of hiding anything. Yes, Master, I used to scoop grease off your food vats here, traded it for rations at the market. First time that great machine of yours went all quiet, I waited a little and came to see what this place was about. I saw intruders here with weapons, so I hid in one of them vats, and they didn't spot me. That's where I've been hiding ever since, but now you've found me after all. Describe the intruders. About a dozen of them there was. They had guns, scary folk, could have been bandits or such like. I didn't get good looks at them, but they weren't here for the food vats, that's for sure. What do you know about the nightmares? Oh, I know about the sleep sickness when the sea started shaking, and that's when the nightmares came. Everyone came down with it. Those flock of repentance folks say it's the God Emperor warning us, telling us to repent, but I don't know about any of that, Master. I just wanted to get by. Tell me about the flock of repentance. Believers from his congregation, Master. They've lost their way, although they've forgotten St. Sibelius' name, and now they say everyone should cleanse themselves through pain. They say it's how we can serve the God Emperor and save ourselves from the nightmares. They have a leader, fancy old name. I forget what it was, but I did see their marks around the camp written in blood they were. Have you noticed anything suspicious? I have, Master, I have. There's those divers living by the shore, madmen all, I tell you. One day I was there walking along the shore, seeing what the sea might have brought. I look over and some divers chanting something, or maybe it was witchcraft. I couldn't tell, and then they started dumping corpses in the water. I took off running. It was horrible. Sounds like they're probably fishing. I heard these apostates worship some sea creature like it's a saint. Well, that's not good. And it's why they butcher people to offer them to the beast. I haven't seen it myself, Master, but it's what people say. Diplomacy. Is that everything? Don't forget, the more you tell me, the better your chances of living. The Baron's orders were that no one's to come near this place. But those armed intruders, they looked like his lot. Stay here, I may have more questions later. All you hear is the old man's quiet whimpering. Thank you for not killing me, Master. Alright. Go and make yourself useful before I report you to the Inquisitor. Alright. Oh, so we could jump to there. Excavation, lower level. Let's go over here. Inspect. Part of an ancient structure is buried under the rubble. This ruin was of no interest to the expedition. Alright, let's go check out the lower levels then. I think we check out the excavation lower levels. You are playing Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. This game is in development. For those of you that are new to the channel, please subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get to 500 YouTube subs. We usually play Total War Warhammer 3. That's usually what we end up playing during the week. We try to do another strategy game of some kind or something of the effect during the weekend if I don't have a tabletop tournament, 40k tournament to go to. But yeah, that's what we do. We're also live on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Or Facebook and Twitter, besides YouTube. YouTube's the main platform. Press any key to continue. All right. Ooh, okay. What we got here? Examine. The tracks are left by steel-toed work boots or Inglemeal with numerous other prints. It's difficult to work out what happened here in the events of the chronology. What do we got here? There are knife marks on the inside of the vat. Someone tried to scrape off the hardened leftover porridge. All right, let's keep looking around. Oh. Stranger, an inhumanly tall figure. That's an Eldar. An inhumanly tall figure encased in outlandish armor appears out of nowhere. The ornate helmet dips, and a distorted, otherworldly voice reaches your ears. I see you bear the pendant of Inquisitor Millicenta. Greetings, emissary. Sorrow, may he steal our hearts, so that we may banish all doubt in the righteousness of humanity. May he grant us the strength to bring the retribution upon the enemies of humanity. Sorrow recites the prayer in a cold voice, keeping his eyes locked on the stranger. And may fate grant you the reason to subdue your innate aggression when you should. Correct, the Inquisitor sent me. You're a Xenos, yeah, that's an Eldar. Draw your weapon, enemy of humanity. Correct, the Inquisitor sent me. Your arrival is timely, I just finished my rituals of perceiving. Inquisitor Millicenta isn't squeamish about the tools she uses. She brought a Xenos sorcerer and right up under Septimia's nose. Heresy, the heresy of pride, which spurs one to believe in one's own exceptionality, the heresy of consorting with the enemies of humanity. So, the Inquisitors fall into a couple categories. There is radical Inquisitors who believe any tool to enact the Inquisition's goals and to fight heresy is worth it. That means using chaos, using Xenos, using the stuff that the Emperor is not okay with and never was okay with. And then there's Puritans who believe that, no, you kill all Xenos, you kill all heretics, the cleanse it with flame types. And almost they all kind of fall on that spectrum. So clearly, Millicenta is a radical. Lord Xenos, you're one of the Eldari. Well, yeah, let's do that. You have guessed my race, but I'm no foe to you or your tribe. Inquisitor Millicenta and I have both forged a temporary alliance, one that benefits us both. I must admit that the Inquisitor has always adhered to the principle of tolerance toward alien species capable of communication. A truly unique individual among your kind. So you're the Inquisitor's associate with whom I was supposed to meet? Judging by your reaction, Inquisitor Millicenta did not deign to enlighten you about the identity of her associate. What kind of sorcery did you just use? Like an earless person quoting the melody of a song, you are trying to understand that which you are incapable of grasping. I'm surprised she didn't call us a monk egg. Abandon the attempt, small creature. I have no time to waste on fruitlessly explaining my gift. To business. You should have information for me. Inquisitor Millicenta wished to know if sorcery was involved in the disappearance of her underling, sorcery of a special kind, which has its source in the darkest corruption. I hear the echoes of what your kind calls the Empyrean, the warp. Yeah. However, in this sound I discern not the foulness of which the monk egg. Okay, she did call us monk eggs. Call the archenemy. The Monkey is a word used by the Eldari to refer to any species they deem inferior, particularly humans. Called the arch enemy, which is chaos. Gods of chaos. But ancient fatigue, the malevolence of a twisted mind. Tell me more about this echo of the Empyrean. It is a powerful, all-consuming, and at the same time feeble, like the sigh of a song lost in a labyrinth, sorcery of monstrous power that served its purpose, whatever it was, and then vanished without a trace. The malevolence of a twisted mind, but not the arch enemies. Question mark. Your people are too young, and your perception of existence too rudimentary for you to comprehend the Empyrean in any depth. I will only say that the corrupting forces from beyond the veil hold sway over many creatures. There can be no doubt the secrets of such species lie buried in the past of this sector, secrets whose very revelation would imperil your feeble mind. So, I think they do a better job of this in the Inquisitor, the Eisenhorn books, and a lot of the Horus Heresy books. Most of the 40k books just are like, they focus on the modern 40k, minus anything Dan Abnett writes. Dan Abnett does a really good job of fleshing out this universe. The Eisenhorn books specifically. You'll run into all kinds of different species, a new species on a planet, and some of them are corrupted by chaos, and some of them aren't. It's really cool the way they do it. A lot of the modern 40k writing just focuses on the orcs, the Tau, the Necrons, the species and the races that everybody knows everything about. Where a lot of the Horus Heresy books, because they're going over the Great Crusade, where they're expanding out, taking over the galaxy, before they even really had an understanding of chaos. The Emperor did, but none of the legions or the Primarchs had any inkling of chaos. Magnus understood the warp very superficially, but so they're talking about an old race that was subverted by chaos and still had the ability to use magic. The investigation is straightforward, but I have a slew of questions about you, Eldari. Save your breath. I am a Wayseeker, and I am here because Inquisitor Millicenta is offering me protection on my mission in exchange for my gift. Those who follow the path of the seer among my people are much more attuned to the Empyrean, and our manipulations that lead to far fewer consequences than your fumbling. Inquisitor Millicenta has chosen my skills or the assistance of one of your witches. What is your mission? What are you doing on a human world? Your kind cannot hope to genuinely claim ownership of any planet, small creature. I am here unwilling to reveal the reasons for my presence here. Suffice to say, I'm seeking a path to salvation out of a ring of darkness, away from a peril far greater than the discord between our species. I am interested in the ancient Xeno species that is somehow connected to the Tyrant Star. Do you know of it? I can guess what you're referring to. The echo of their songs whispers across this world and here as well. My name is Acolyte. I could use your help with the ancient secrets we talked about earlier. I believe we are finished here, Xenos. I must go. End dialogue. Alright, there's Millicenta showing up. Well, let's keep doing the investigation part. Inspect Lore Heresy. Nice. Yeah, engraved flag. Okay. Yeah, let's duck down here. Lore Heresy. The religions, symbols of the Mars-Plutonian fanatics have been sketched by an inexpert hand and trembling hand, a clear attempt to imitate the real thing. Okay. So, let's go get these goods. Servo Sentinel. Okay. Let's inspect this. Someone has ripped out the sacred circuits from the guts of this cogitator. The console is shattered and a bundle of sparking cables. Let's do some demolition. There we go. Okay, what is this? Clear the rubble? Oh, yeah. Send the Ogren to clear the rubble. Good job. Gained 14 experience. Okay, we got goods. Let's go check it out. What do we got here? Code amulet. An amulet of blued metal bearing an engraving in sacred code. Inspect. The tech priest's body has been severed in half. The cut looks unnaturally even. Bisected body. New clue found. 2 inquisitorial journal. Okay. Missing bisected body. One half of the body of an Adeptus Mechanicus servant has been found under one of the rubble piles, severed by an unnaturally smooth cut. Analyze the terrain around the body from the hollow picked. Well, let's... Okay. So our inquisitorial journal. So we've got this stuff. Edit. Bisected body. Missing a petition. Okay. I guess once we have enough clues, we can make a report. Okay. On the trail. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so we have ongoing cases. Excellent. Okay. So let's finish finding everything here. Oh, let's look at this. The servitors at the bottom of this pit have frozen in unnatural poses. There's no apparent signs of damage, and yet they seem to ignore all commands and make no attempt to return to the camp. That's probably because... I like this, because we're getting clues. Someone's ripped the guts out from the guts of this cogitator. The console is shattered, a bundle... Okay, so that would have probably shut down the servitors down there in the bottom. He was probably running it when they were attacked. Inspect Wits 80. A large photoed footprint is deeply embedded in the ground. The mud around it has been churned up to cover the tracks of the four-toed intruders. All right. Let's get up here, everybody. Awareness. These ripped tents show signs of claws and breaks. They could have been left by people whose bodies have been altered by the Habzone's toxic environment. Okay, we are... Yeah, so let's go up here. Okay, what's that? There's nothing in the containers except for the smell of physaline that makes your throat itch. Oh, we'll go here. All right, cases of crates of physaline. Missing from the excavation sites are crates of physaline, a dangerous explosive used by workers to quickly remove obstacles and clear debris. Okay. Make sure we hit all of these clues. Okay, what's this? Okay, that's the tracks. Okay, this is where we came in. A fragment of the column is splintered off, and the metal near it is melted, both pointing to a shot from a las weapon. Okay, so they've got lases. Interesting. Examine. The crates scattered around the camp have been crudely forced open. If there's anything of value inside, it's already been pilfered. All right, what do we got here? Examine. Tracks looked by the steel-toed work boots. Okay. Let's roll this tractor away. Okay, just some goods, it looks like. What do we got here? Flame Shroud. At the start of their turn, the wearer's armored durability is increased by plus willpower bonus divided by 2 for each burning unit in combat. Lasts until the start of the wearer's next turn. Collect all. All right. That seems to be something we should put on our Ogren. Yeah, I mean, he's got a shit ton of armor. Oh, but it's by willpower. So, who's got our top willpower? Probably going to either be us or the Psyker. Psyker. There you go. And he throws burnings on people. Oh, yeah. Go like this. There we go. Okay. Yep. All right. Let's keep looking around here. Oh, we got more goods over here. The vid screen's lumens flicker furiously. Someone must have angered the machine spirit. Yeah, probably because they destroyed that thing. Foreman's reports. Location. Excavation site, Sector 4. Shift 138. Foreman Marto. Layers of rock removed, 18. Personnel losses, 3 workers. Cause collapse. Extracted items, 12 scrolls. 3 machine relics delivered to the Magos. Proceeding as scheduled. A total of 3 disciplinary violations reserved during shift, going outside the perimeter without authorization. The perpetrators were questioned thoroughly. Shift 162. Okay, 2 Inquisitor. Foreman's notes. Okay. Okay. New information. Swords research. Okay. Okay, the Eldari believes the disappearance of the people from the excavation site is not the result of ordinary mortals. According to the foreman's notes, some members of the expedition have begun secretly following the teachings of the Flock of the Repentance. Okay. Back. All right. Okay, so here, missing expedition. Okay, no. Bisected body. Okay, so research. We analyze it. Identifying key features for comparison, these parameters form the basis for analysis. The other half of the body is missing, and no trace of its movements could be found, as to have it vanished into thin air. Companion is waiting to offer assessment. The internal fluids of the body left the body post-mortem, likely due to the rockfall. All across the primary wound area, the vessels and fluid tubes were cauterized at once. So, las blade or something? I've never seen such neat and clean wounds. There is no scientific explanation for what could have cauterized the wound. It's not even a drop of blood spilled from the body. Look at this clean cut. It's been done with a las cutter, but the caliber is non-standard, so it's not an Inquisition issue weapon. Okay. Custom sized laser cutter complete. Okay. All right. So over here we have. The divers perform sinister rituals on the shore of the town, after which they throw the body of the corpses into the sea. Okay. Okay, back. All right, strange tracks. Okay. Someone was attempting to cover up the presence of the strange creatures at the excavation site. Okay, back. Preacher Dursius. Suspended agents. Oh, nice. He's crazy looking. Sent the Messertorian, lost contact. One of the victims of the Hab Zone. Feature short hair. Okay. Back. All right. Oh, these are boards. Oh, sick. Field camp. The Eldari claims to sense echoes of incredibly powerful warp sorcery at the excavation site. All right. So, I do want to do, not over here. So, somebody's trying to hide creatures. So, it looks like we've hit everything. So, oh, the dots mean scan. Okay, install the Hollow Evoker. There we go. Okay. Well, how do we make that work? Oh, hold on. Journal. Missing persons. Acolytes must use the Hollow Invoker to reconstruct the events that took place at the camp and submit a verbal report. Okay. Okay. And then journal on the trail missing persons. Okay. Okay. Scan. Registering signs of a confrontation between two. Install the Hollow Invoker. There we go. Okay. Okay, don't think I understand. I guess maybe I don't understand what the Hollow Invokers are supposed to do. There we go. Choose a Hollow Invoker to reconstruct events that took place at the camp and submit a verbal... Okay, maybe I talked to her. Yeah, maybe I... Oh, hold on, there's a broken servitor that we didn't see before. Servitor's body is covered in notches and wounds. Someone methodically carved patterns of his flesh with a knife. Okay. Here's the Acolyte Larthor. He has already informed me. He told you his findings. I dare say what he told you might even be the truth. You could have warned me. What difference would it have made? Lothar and I have made an arrangement. He's one of my secret tools, like you, only more valuable. Witness has failed, enough I will chatter. I questioneth the witness. Do you plan to inform me every time you seize? Draw your conclusions to the full report. You know what? Let's go ahead and... I'll return later. Let's go ahead and save. Okay. Ogren with enhanced intelligence. You don't come across too many of those outside the Master of the Monterum. Cog, I'm ready to discuss what happens at the camp. You have not yet finished the reconstruction of events in question. Okay, go return when you've done the job. Okay. So, we have to reach a conclusion. Okay, so there's the tracks. Oh, do I have to place all of them? There we go. Scan. Multiple prints detected. Okay. Okay, we just had to install them all. I see. All right. So let's go ahead and why are there tracks from work boots here? Why are there tracks from workers here? The expedition members left the camp. The Baron's orders were that no one was to come near this place, but those armed intruders, they looked like his lot. Okay. Oh, he gives you clues. A large four-footed fortress on the ground, embedded in the ground. The mud around it has been churned up to cover the tracks of the other four-footed intruders. The expedition members were taken away by force. There we go. Who ransacked the camp? The bandits took the supplies. I think the bandits took the supplies. Who was attacked at the excavation site? Expedition members. Bandits. Oh, hold on. Who attacked the excavation site? Bog beasts. The bog beast took the supplies. That's what I think happened. Okay. Okay, let's go back to our Inquisition journal. So this is interesting. Okay. Inquisitorial journal. All right, missing persons. Okay. But I don't... That's not the conclusion I want to reach, I don't think. Back. Foreman's notes, missing expedition. Oh, so you can move these around? Oh, that's cute. Alright. Strange tracks. Is there more? I feel like I'm missing something here. Large four-toed footprint. Okay, there's nothing in the containers. Okay, we got the Fisaline. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Where does this go? Excavation upper level. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. It doesn't look like it. Oh, wait, hold on. There was... Wasn't there... Okay. I think that's what went down. I think we have... Did I ever click that? Yeah, that's the porridge. He hid in the vats. Alright. Examine. The tracks are left by steel-toed work boots or intermingled with numerous other prints. It's difficult to work out the chronology. What happened here? Did I miss that one? No. Who ransacked the camp? Yeah, that's what I think happened. I think... Alright. Let's go do some chatting. I'm ready to discuss what happened at the camp. Are you sure you're not missing anything? I'm sure I have a working theory. Let's figure out if we're right. Alright. You think my camp was ransacked by bog beasts? An interesting theory. Well, why not? We'll look for bird-headed mutants wearing Inquisition uniforms. It seems there was a skirmish in the camp over supplies, but I'm not yet convinced of your conclusions. You think threats from some ragtag bandits would induce an armed Inquisition expedition to leave their post? I find that hard to believe. Some of your conclusions are tenuous, too tenuous. I cannot rely on inaccurate information. Your emissary's conclusions are tenuous because the tracks at the excavation site contradict each other, whereas the truth is not what it first appears. Someone took pains to ensure that the traces left behind would sow confusion in the mind of whoever might attempt to unravel this mystery. I knew it. There was something you weren't telling me, Corsair. Oh, so the Eldars are Corsair. That's interesting. So the Corsairs are kind of... They can be Dark Eldar. They can be a great number... they can be Craft Worlds. They can be Exodites. They're basically Eldar pirates that don't actually really conform to one or the others. I saw no reason to state that which is so obvious. I should not have forgotten that I'm dealing with Monkeg now. Acolyte has reminded me. Either way, we have one indisputable piece of evidence, the tracks leading out of the camp. Look, they are crisp, clearly made by heavy work boots, but I already said my people would never leave their post willingly. Find out where they lead. Can you manage that? Clue acquired. Workers' footprints. Okay, so it was supposed to be screwy. Something strange is afoot in Mars Praetorium. My agent Rufinius Scragg has been working undercover for the God Emperor's forsaken place for several months already. We were due to meet at the excavation site, but the latest seaquake cut off our communication. Track him down and help him with his mission. If necessary, tell him that Lady M sent you. He will aid you in the investigation. You want me to waste time on his mission? What about the missing workers? How will I recognize him? Can I tell her that... Can I tell her that the other guy was wanting me to find him too? Or the sister was? Rufinius prefers to cover his face, but if you pay close attention, you'll spot other sides. Dogman in the left lower leg. Where's tattoos? Memorize the acolyte. This is how many people recognize each other. Am I permitted to know the particulars of Agent Scragg's mission? Ask Scragg with investigating the clan of swamp mutants on the outskirts of the Hab Zone and assessing their usefulness to the Terrantine Cabal. These are his reports. Study them. That will be enough to start with. Clue acquired. Bog beats. Items received. Lord Xenos test succeeded. A quick scan of the reports leaves you no doubt. Bog beasts, the Inquisitor is referring to, are a clan of Xenos, the Kroot. So the Kroot are a helper race of the Tau. So they're part of the Tau Empire. Evidently, Melissia and her people prefer to use the unsophisticated nickname given to the Xenos by the ignorant lower hive dwellers in order to rid the clan of unwanted attention, or perhaps somehow use the Kroot to their own benefit. Any other question? Sister Septimia asked me to find out what your agent is doing on the outskirts of Mars Praetorium. Think carefully about what you will tell her. Betray the Inquisition, and it won't just be your career that comes with a swift and devious end. These so-called bog beasts, they are crude, aren't they? Clever indeed. It refers to the Kroot, carnivorous xenos native to a different part of the galaxy. This clan is settled on the outskirts of the Hab Zone and has been under observation by the Order of Xenos for some time. Keep its existence a secret until the mission is complete. I'm ready to begin investigating. This case is not as simple as it appears. Do not rush to any conclusions. Turn over every stone in Mars Batorium. Before you send your case report, your task is to dig until you uncover the truth, not to pin the blame on the first person you meet. Find out what happened to my workers. I hope you understand me, Acolyte. Okay, cool. So let's look at our journal. Okay, missing persons. Okay, send a report. Okay, cool. Conduct an investigation. Okay, so that was just kind of like a tutorial. Find Ruffinius Skag. Chapter 1, Echo of the Unearthed. Okay, so we examined it. Okay, examine the tracks. The missing sergeant. Inquisitorial journal. On the trail. Agent's mission. The agent was studying a clan of bog beasts that established itself on the outskirts of Mars Batorium. The agent was gathering intelligence on the bog beast clan at the behest of the Inquisitor. Okay. There's him. Oh, hold on. Agents identifying March, an old burn covering half his face, left leg augmented below the knee. Agents identifying March, tattooed on concealed area of skin, characteristics of Inquisitor Millicenta's agents. Okay. Agents reports. Analyze the data. Research. Addendum 1. Complete. Okay. The agent believed the can land weakened, but believed the planche. Oh, the agent started. Okay. Agents reports. Information added. Okay. So let's back. Okay. All right. Well, let's go. So we probably need to find that sergeant too. Oh, hold on. What's that? Missing persons. Okay. Workers' footprints. Oh. Okay, dead end Kroot clan. Consult the Order Xenos archives. The Kroot purpose in life is to absorb the right best strands of genes for the evolution of their race. Yeah, so the Xenos, so the Kroot, end up, so when they encounter something, they're a little bit like the Tyranids, but the Tyranids just constantly switch their DNA. The Kroot need to absorb the DNA of something to add it to their race, so they're kind of cool. So, like, if they encounter, like, a fire drake, they absorb it, and then, oh, look, we have fire resistance now. So, the authority claims the echoes. Lanford is certain that what happened to the camp is not as it seems. The camp was ransacked by bog beasts. Okay, so we got that right. Okay. All right. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Oh, so we're following the footprints. Cool. I don't like the look on Sister Septimia's face whenever she runs into Mistress Melicenta. Like she's seen dirt on her boots. Okay. Inspect. Melicenta's people leave no witnesses. The old Recalwearer was lucky to receive a quick death. Okay. Awaken the Cogitator spirit. There we go. It's immediately apparent the Cogitator has been maintained well. The machine spirit responds to your request. Access level activate. View the inventory log. Serial numbers, performance confirmation. View the high engineer's report. Higher level of access. Okay, step away from the Cogitator. Alright, so we're back up here. We're investigating. Let's talk to Acolyte Gareth. Been having strange dreams of flood lately. Must be from all this damp air breathing. Mandatory is backwater like any other. There's no one here who might think to cross the Inquisition, so where did all those people go? Oh my goodness, I'm shocked. How do you rotate the camera? Okay, Q and E. Excellent. Okay, so the tracks go this way. That's great. Oh, what's that? Inspect. The echoing footfalls cause stone dust to fall from the spiral grooves of the drill. Examine. Okay. So there's a big old drill. Still haven't gotten any combat, which is interesting. I'm assuming because we end up... Scanning the tracks is discontinued. Continuing the search beyond the camp's perimeter is recommended. Whoop. Nope. Nope. There we go. What's this? Spherical prints. Traces of fading psychic force activity detected. Changing SCAD mode to construct a holo projection based on the residual particles not suitable for standard visual analysis. A strange imprint, unnaturally spherical in shape. Okay, it's just the same thing. Okay, cool. Lower Town. Not the Spires, not the Bastion. Oh, yeah, we can only go to Lower Town. There we go. So far, I like this. It's very slow-paced. We're not getting any leveling going, which is odd. I mean, maybe, like I said, this is... Okay, I'll keep following this. A trail of faint footprints takes you east. Okay, we've already been over here. Okay. Already been up there. We are not going to talk to Sister Septimius. I don't like her. Alright, 2 sets of tracks. Alright, let's go this way. Let's follow this set over here. Trail of footprints, Ingram Mill, all the traffic's left behind. You must pinpoint the specific footprints you are looking for. Oh, hold on. Got some up here. Flock Preacher, huh? Okay. Trail of footprints. Okay, we got a fire grenade, collection of auto quills. Rat pack, collect all. There we go. Okay. We'll find the rest of these tracks. There we go. What's this? Well, we found the proper ones. Looks like. Oh. This poor man found the last trove of his life. His body was almost ripped to pieces by the crowd. Okay. Track down the sergeant's Vox signal. Footprints turn sharply south. Separate the footprints leading to the gateway. Separate the footprints leading to the shore. Separate the footprints leading to Upper Town. Let's go the Upper Town. Trail of footprints that perfectly matches the previous set. Okay. Awful lot of clean shirts hanging around. What? Okay, so we haven't been up here yet. We got a trader. What's the recaller? Okay, let's see what this says up here. Boots are the junior commanding officers of the Centillion Fusiliers and other regiments. They are worn only by senior officers. Inktooth. What do you got, Inktooth? The woman standing behind the counter has an impressive mane of woven from dried seaweed and wears clothing crafted from an old deep-sea diving suit. A tarnished time-worn quapper aquila hangs on her chest. She smiles at you, revealing 2 rows of blue-black teeth. Step right up and take your pick, master. Inktooth offers the best the seas has to toss up. A daunting tower of associated junk, covered in seashells and seawater and debris, sits on the trader's makeshift counter. Among the clutter, you notice a few seemingly intact injectors, a rusty knife, and a rather decent pair of boots. The type issued to officers of the Centillion Fusiliers, not just regular guardsmen. These boots belong to an officer of the Astra Militarum. What? How was I to know? I traded rotten fish for them, so go knock on her door. How about you take them off my hands before I get into trouble? Where can I find this rotten fish? You'd have to go to the island where the hermits make their home. Well, a trader... I'll give you a Medicaid kit for your trouble. Are you selling or trading? I have a few skints on me. Whatever am I supposed to do with skints, Sky Master? We've never used money around here. We trade everything. If you have Medicaid kits, that's crackling. They're much needed here. I'll trade anything for them. Garicium will do as well. Baron's charging triple for it these days. I must go. Well, actually, let's inspect the knife, actually. The knife used to belong to a daring man. He wielded it to shield his family from the swamp mutants and lost his life later. His children brought me the knife. I traded them 3 rations for it. I don't need such scrap. If you say so, master. I must go. Okay, we might come back and get the knife, maybe. Alright, let's check out what the trader has. Inspect. Feast your eyes in trade. We found new rations. Hardly any mold on them. Trade. Alright, so we get rope. Fuse. Bottle of rock. Get fire grenade. Let's see. Weapons. Axe. Accessories. Medicaid kit for 6. Alright. Sell all junk. There we go. Deal. You know what? Oh, you only have 1 Medicaid kit? Okay, deal. There we go. Alright. Let's go over here. Okay, that's just a way up here. Actually, curious. Oh, hold on. Track down the sergeant's Vox signal. %. 91%. 92. Huh. Oh, that went down. What if we go down here? Okay, that seems higher. Okay, that's weird. Alright, jump in. Or jump. Keykeeper, goods. Alright. Push. Let's push that. Okay, we got goods. Collect all. There we go. Alright, can we jump up there now? Okay, so it looks like we have to... Huh, interesting. Alright, let's go back up there. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Jump over there. There we go. Okay. Get those goods. All right, what do we got? We got Ogre and Fortified Armor. We've got the Cape of the Champion. Okay, collect all. All right. So, our Ogren. Get Ogren Fortified Armor. Is it better? Yep, it's better. Right? Yeah, okay. All right, Fusilier Boots. Morale if they did not suffer damage last round. Probably you. You can take a cape. Alright. Now, let's talk to the Keykeeper here. Inspect. The key of an outdated model has been found. Supposition the key is part of the padlock on the storage room. Well, I want to try something here. Let's go ahead and have the Ogren smash Keykeeper. Can we do that? One. Oh, hold on. He's laying on the ground. Steal the key. There we go. Okay. We stole the key. We're sneaky. Alright. Let's jump. A rope is... Oh, a rope is needed here. Okay. Well, let's grab everybody. Alright, let's jump across. Come on. Let's go. Okay, so we need a rope for that. We happen to know where there's a rope. Ink Tooth. I must go. Oh, it's the trader. End dialogue. There we go. Trader. Trade. Alright, we need a rope. There we go. Sell all the junk. There we go. Sell the Ogren's bullshit. Okay. Deal. Alright. Where does that lead? Okay, nowhere. Let's go back up. Actually, let's go down here. Because we know that's locked. I thought we stole the key. Oh, well. Okay. Let's go back up here. It is nice to be able to just click and have all your guys run. A rope is needed here. We have a rope. Missing persons. What do we got here? Spherical prints. Research. The source of the tracks and their purpose cannot be identified. Measurable characteristics. Companion is willing to offer assessment. What a bizarre mark. It's if real space itself split at the seams and an unknown force repaired the tear, leaving this thin structure. Psyker believes there was a rift in real space. That's not good. That is really not good. Missing persons. What do we got here? Field camp. Local bandits were watching the excavation. The camp guard shot any who came too close. Okay. Go ahead and go over here. Goods. Oh, yeah. All right. What do we got here? Inspect. The Fusilier's uniform is covered with dirt and soot, but polished gold-plated buttons gleam on his chest. Search. We have a Fusilier's lasgun ×2 and an Exorcist ring. The wearer's damage over time effects deal willpower bonus, more damage to Xenos and demons. Nice. Okay, so, but I think this is cut off the gold-plated buttons and give them to Cog. Not supposed to, but I'll takes one. You takes the others, Commander. They're pretty. Oh, inspect this with tech use. The huge gear converted to a water wheel is supposed to power the generator, but it actually only compromises its integrity. Okay. Oh, found more goods. Nice. Just sell goods. Okay. Alright. Let's head back over. So, yeah. I think it was a mistake on their part to release just a slice like this. I think I much would have rather been, you know, from the very start of the game. The best example would be what Baldur's Gate 3 did. So they let you get through Act 1 and do that to give you a full... So you got the whole experience of the game. Unless they're not comfortable with what the experience of the game is right now. I mean, which could be. Okay, there's Inktooth. There's a trader. By the way, let's see how many... Oh, there's goods. Nice. Sleight of hand. Unlock good. Another Medicaid kit. What are these? Adamantium hilt guards. Okay. Carbon fiber plates. Okay, yeah, just... Junk. Okay. Acolyte trade. Let's get rid of that junk. Sell all the junk. Okay. Cog's favorite button. At the start of combat, the wearer gains +1 morale. Can only be equipped by Cog. Excellent. Deal. Fuse? I mean, let's just grab it while we're here. Bottle of rot gut. We already have a bottle of rot gut. Okay. Grab another one in case we need it. Okay, deal. There we go. Alright, let's put that equip monk on our guys. I mean, eventually we're bound to get in combat here. So, Cog. Where's Cog? I like Cog. Cog. There you go. Cog got a button. Set of gold-plated buttons. Almost a complete set of buttons embossed with the Fusilier coat of arms in a Crown Royal bag. Alright. Repair kit. Well, we definitely... That's going on you. For sure. Alright. Let's look at our character. What kind of gun do we have? Sniper rifle. And a universal long las. Okay, well, that's definitely better. So... I don't imagine any of our other guys have got shittier weapons. Heimar's knife. Heavy stubber. Probably keep the heavy stubber. You've got a flamer and a shogun. You, I'm assuming, have, yeah, some kind of staff. Alright. And exorcist ring. We have 2 exorcist rings? Okay. Seems good. And then Cog. Alright. So, where were we? We were following these tracks, I do believe. Okay. So this is a new area. Wits. Let's inspect. Each portrait emphasizes the distinct feature of the subjects. They're usually painted on their picks with a bounty on their heads. Nice. Alright. Worker, worker. Poor vagrant. Carver, brute. Let's go in here and see what's up. Okay, upper town. What do we got here? Combat stim. Okay. Oh, poor vagrant. There we go. What you want? I got nothing on me. The man was standing before you looks terrible, even by the standards of surroundings. His right arm is withered and dangles limply at his side, and his mouth boasts an impressive 2 remaining teeth. A repulsive odor hangs around him like a cloud, hitting you from 3 paces away. His foul appearance only serves to make his accessories even more striking. A brand new box with gilded corners hangs on his chest while an Astra Militarum cap sits on his head. What's that on your chest? This here's a full-blown relic. Been in the whole family ages. I've treasured it through tough times. That's no relic. That's a Vox. The Fusiliers had one. Nice hat. How did you come by it? My whole wife made it for me from scratch. Loves the bones of me, she does. The ragman's lying. That's Sergeant Aluli's hat. He was always wearing it. Where did you really acquire these things? They're mine, all mine. Diplomacy. That's Ostergaard. It's a crime for anyone to possess it. Other than a guardsman, tell me where you acquired it. Tell me where you got these things, or I'll use your fingers as fishing bait. You'd have to cut them off to do that. I get it now. I traded Inktooth for him at the marketplace. Cost me a whole injector of Gersium. Give him a Medicaid kit. You've traded these things once already. Why not do it a second time? Take the items. These do not belong to you, scum. Now hand them over. Ha, that's right, Commander. Stealing's bad, but stealing from the sergeant's very bad. Give it here. I like Cog. Okay, end dialogue. Okay, Flock Fighter. That was a good execution to watch. The girl died too quick last time. That's not cool, bud. Alright, let's keep working our way around. Flock Fighter. Up there's the... You cannot read the tracks. The auspice symbol is blocked for an unknown reason. Are you looking for something here, Master? Terrified diver. A man in bulky diving suit stares, crushed. I'll make good for it. Please don't kill me, Master. I've got 2 children. I'm not here to do anything to you, so calm down. Right enough. You're too clean looking to be from around here. I'm searching for a group who were here not long ago in work clear, clean face that came from the excavation site. Plenty of folks passed through here 3 times in the last days. Whole groups came through. Just recently, a crowd went in that direction toward the upper town. They often hold executions there, and about 15 people ran that way toward the houses, though that was quite a while ago, and some headed for the water, quite a few. None but us divers go there willingly, only hermits and those flock-driven half-mad. Hermits linger there until the end. The others throw themselves off the shore into the sea. I heard a crowd of poor souls went to meet the sea not long ago, stepping off the shore. I didn't witness it. I was below hauling up this cursed stuff. Well then, thanks for sparing me. I'll be off. Time to dive again soon. Okay. There we go. Let's see if now we can... Lots of footprints left by the crowd that came to the execution. No excavation workers. All right. Local. All right. Oh, why do I think we got it? This might be our first fight. Release the divers, and I promise you an easy death. Okay. I'd believe you, the Baron's mutt. Everyone knows that your boss saws off people's arms and legs off. Okay. Listen, let the fisherman go, and you can clear back off to the swamp. I promise I won't shoot you in the back. Not today. Sure, we'll do that. These stinking fools are some of our best shot at some loot. I don't want to skip. Dire Spike. The burly thug covered in aluminum tattoos looks mean and wary in equal measure. Stop, you idiot. Can't you see we've got a situation here? A short woman in a diving suit without a helmet roughly shoves the bandit aside, coming forward. Shut your trap, newbie. Listen, you're not local, are you? Help us out. I'm Kabubi, head of... a new audience. Let's see what happens now. Address the Tooks man. Looks like your situation isn't entirely under control. Perhaps there's something I can do to help. Who are you in charge of? This lot? Clue acquired Baron. I'm in charge of the carvers. These loomers? No. Thank the God Emperor. The Baron is the one who holds their leash. I lead the divers. The ferals, the thugs from the swamps, are holding a couple of my boys for ransom in the warehouse. You look like you're armed. Maybe you can help us. These men only know how to pump themselves for a Gurzium. She looks towards the gathered bands with distaste and fear. We'll address the tattooed man. Call me Dire Spike. I'm in charge here right now. These bloody ferals, Crimson Fang's lot, got past the guard post and hold themselves up in the hangar. There's only black sludge and divers in there. Now they're asking for ransom. Usually they just grab someone to rob them and run back to the swamp, but they're getting cocky now. What are we supposed to do, eh? We went into that hole in the ground to get our loot, and those vicious bastards was there. They took out 2 of our squads. Man's got to eat, you know. And now I've got you. Tough luck. What can I say? Dire Spike. Who are these people anyway? Scumba. These outlaws call themselves ferals. When the water came, the Baron, the boss of us carvers, rose to power and began to restore order. He kicked out the looters and anyone who fought back and took charge of the town. So this lot decided to live in the swamps outside the border. That's how they got the name feral. Sometimes they come in and cause situations. Address Crimson Fang. Why are you attacking the fishermen? They have nothing for you to take. What are we supposed to do? We went to the hole in the ground. The swamp mutants was there. Bad enough when your crazy Baron sicked those freaks on us. The bastards near ate the whole lot of us. We're not stupid enough to mess with, but fishermen are easy pick. You know, what? You can ram your questions down a fish's throat. I've got nothing to say to any mud of the Barons. What do you want in exchange for the hostages? Booze, lots of booze. My boys are bored without it. If you bring some, maybe we won't kill them all. I know what we should do. Wait here, Fang. We're going to settle this. Don't take too long. My boys are twitchy buggers. All right. They're demanding alcohol. What's your plan? They're demanding alcohol. Why not give it to them? Just bring them alcohol. I have alcohol already. Who these last think they are? Squad attack. I have alcohol already. Some good news, at least. Diplomacy. We need to confirm that the hostages are unharmed. Seems like a good idea. Fine. One person can go. Either you go pick someone. I'll go. I'll covers you from here. Okay. We're going to go in. All right. Well, did you get a good look? Your bug-eyed pals are in one piece. You're very lucky they are. Now, why don't you take your lackeys and go back where you came from before my patience runs out? Let's keep them that way. Let the hostages go. Then we can discuss your further terms. Excellent. You idiots managed not to harm them. You're very lucky they are now. Why don't you take your lackeys and go back to where you came from before my... Okay. You're right. There'll be more terms to come, and I'll make more agreeable. The negotiators got to bleed. Oh, well, that's not good. Prepare for battle. Get your characters into position. All right. Well... that was dumb. Probably should have sent Cog in. All right. Heimar, you're going to go here. There we go. Psyker, you're going to go here. Big boy, you're going to go right here. Actually, right here. You are going to go right here. All right. Let's start the battle. Okay, Psyker goes first. Psyker's gonna flamestorm all that. You're all fucked. Here we go. Okay. He's got 2 action points left. Rhymes Unspoken. If this ability is activated, any psychic power becomes more rhymed and costs 1 AP more. Each psychic power can only be rhymed by this ability once per combat. If no psychic power is rhymed... Okay, what do we got here? Veil Degradation. Okay, so there is Veil Degradation. There it is, right there. Oh, no, that's not it. What do we got here? Fetter. Oh, there it is. Yeah. We don't want to trigger. We don't want to trigger warp shit. Okay, miss the hammer attack. Stand still. Okay, I don't really want to stand still. I want to get out of here. Okay, I've got armor, so I'm alright. Okay, there's you. What do you have? You've got Toxin Grenade, you got Medicae, Combat Surgery, 9 wounds to the target. Okay. Slaughter Injection, Run and Gun, and Shockwave Shots. Area effect of the soldier's grenade and range attack is increased. Each target hit by those attacks must pass a strength test, or its concentration is disrupted. Okay. So, Flamer Shot Spray, or Flamer Shot Stream. Well, I don't have everything yeah, go ahead and just go there. Here we go. Okay. Seems good. End turn. Feral Bludgeoner, this is gonna hurt. Ouch, torso injured. Okay. Can I not open that? Oh, move closer for interaction. Well, yeah, I have to trigger that attack of opportunity. God damn it. Alright. Can we restart this battle? Load game. Autosave. There we go. Shit. Okay. Am I just screwed here? I think I might just be screwed here. Our first combat, though, that's cool. Oh, you can get all the way up here? Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't realize I could get you all the way up there. Okay. Yeah, I think I like you over here. Yeah, Psyker here. Flamer here. You there. Start the battle. Alright, Psyker. So... Alright. If no psychic power is rhymed through the ability during this turn, the Psyker uses the turn vert. Okay. This ability is activated. Any psychic power. Each psychic power can only be rhymed by this ability once per combat. Rhymed. Oh, no. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, what do we got here? A sail. No, we definitely want to toss this. Yeah, right there. For sure. Yeah, here we go. End his turn. In cover. Oh, execution. Oh, I can break his concentration, though. That's fine. Okay, you are going to flame the living dog out of all of this. Yeah. Yeah, right there hits everybody. Great. Okay. And then, yeah. Just the same as the other one. Like, you get no... After you use your attack, you can't get your action points. Okay. Ah, shit. 2 of them are going to be executed. Critically injured. What the fuck? Alright. Okay, I got you. There should be a way to break concentration. An extra turn with 2 AP and 0 MP. Get back in the fight. Precision shot. I don't think I have a way to break. Yeah, let's go ahead. What if I precision shot? All right, torso. Arms. Disrupting concentration. There we go. Let's try to see if we can't save that guy. Missed. God damn it. All right, let's give... Okay. Oh, I needed to move first, probably. Oh, well. Can I give it to you? Target's too far. Can I do it on myself? No. Diver hostage. Okay. Whoop. Alright, I think we're done here. Wicked Scorn. Try Wicked Scorn on you. There we go. End turn. Alright, there's you. So, yep. If we do that, what's this? Rapid fire. Run and gun. Lock and load. 1% rate of fire. Ranged burst attack. Gain 100% rate of fire, but each shot is directed toward a random target within its cone. Alright, what if we shoot here? There we go. Yeah, down you go. Alright. Lock and load. Oh, no. Okay. Probably should have done that there. Okay, yeah, he killed him. Yeah, that's not good. All right, big boy. You can do a ground slam and hit everything within a 1 cell radius. You can charge. You can endure. Endure's really good. Let's go ahead and charge. Here. There we go. Then slam it down. There we go. Good job, bud. And then... end turn. Alright, they're slaughtering hostages like a motherfucker. Okay. Frag grenade. Okay. Alright, you. Psyker boy. Do I have a single target psychic attack? Melee attack. Siphon life. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Suppression, not great. Okay, she does get a go before. Damn it. Stop executing all the prisoners, dude. Not cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and flame this way, I think. Or a straight line flame, I think. Oh, did I? Oh, shit. I missed that guy. All right. I think we need to restart this. I've learned some things about combat. Okay. Load game. Load that autosave. Oh, I wish... Yeah, that was at 49. It was at 31. Yeah, load this. Okay, we learned some things about combat, though. Learned where I can start. He's got a charge, so that's good. See, this is why... Well, I don't know if the game starts right here when it's going to start or not. It's interesting, though. Thanks for watching, by the way, guys. There's almost 100 of you guys watching this, which is cool. I think I want to put you... Oh, you can't start up there. All right. Go ahead and start. Start right there, so maybe you can give my guys extra. Yeah, I like the positioning there on everybody. Heimar, you go right there. Big boy, go right there. You right there. You right there. Yeah, start the battle. Okay. So the Psyker. Okay. Rhyme, we definitely don't want to do... If we wanted to solo target somebody, we would. So that's their leader. But we start this off like this, man. We absolutely... Okay, we hit 3 of them if we go there. We hit 3 of them if we go the other way. Yeah, let's go ahead and dump it right. Yeah, dump it right there. Hit them. There we go. Because we are going to need to take him out, probably. Yeah, I know. You're going to execute the fucking prisoner, and I'm going to try to fucking break your concentration again. Ugh. Alright, you. Alright, what is this? Shockwave, range attack, area effect. Each target must pass a strength test, or its concentration is disrupted. How many? That's fine. Yeah, we hit them all this time. Yeah, I definitely want to go there. There we go. Okay, great. End turn. So we got our flamer. Oh, you can hit spacebar and it speeds it up. Okay. Forgot about that. Yeah, stop shooting. Critically injured. God damn it. Oh, never mind that wall. Oh, no, he was critically injured again. Don't shoot my fucking Bulgrin. Alright. Do we try to save these prisoners? Probably. Arms. Okay, he's protected by armor. What about you? Okay, disrupting concentration. Let's see if we can't. Come on, just hit. Yay, there we go. He's no longer executing. Excellent. Now let's see if we can give... too far away. What if we give you a chance? Okay. Oh, did I mess it up completely? Okay, well, that breaks the game. What was it? Alt-B? Send bug report. Bird Battle Labs at Gmail. damn it. .com. There we go. Aspect. Mechanics. Alright. If you target a diver hostage with the free turn ability, it does not continue. I think. Send. There we go. Okay. Yep. Yep, we gotta reload apparently. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. We can win this. I mean, we were gonna win it, but I wanted to try to save the divers, but clearly that's not gonna happen. And I'm sure we're gonna get blamed for it. If the Bulgren had been in there instead of my guy. Okay. Yeah, you definitely go up to right here. There you go. Yeah, go to right there. Okay, that's out of bounds, so yeah. Yeah, definitely. You go here. You go here. Fulgrim go all the way over here. There we go. Start battle. Alright, don't want to do the rhyme thing. Every burning in unit has its burning level increased by 3, and then those... Alright, there we go. Yep, need to make sure we hit that guy. There we go, burn him up. Yep, I know, you're gonna execute the fucking prisoners. You're gonna run over and try to shoot. Yeah, there we go. Bang, bang. Alright. You are gonna hit that shockwave shots. Yep, definitely right there. Let's do it. Yep, and then we'll pop that with him next turn. All right, combat surgery. Nope. There we go. Enter. Why does he get critically injured every time? Alright, shooting. You're gonna try this again. Definitely probably won't work this time. Hey, it did. There we go. And he's disarmed. Okay. Get back in the fight. Bring it down. Oh, shit. Okay, let's go ahead and... Too far away. I'm gonna put that on you, I guess. There we go. Okay, you... Running gun, but deal 25% less damage. So we could spray the area, lock and load. Okay, that just costs 1, so go ahead and boom. Boom. There we go. That was pretty terrible. Oh, no. There we go. You went again. Enter. Alright. Yep, you splattered that guy. That was rude. Alright, big boy. Your charges are right there. There we go. Then you're going to smash right here. Killing the world. Good job, big boy. Alright. Okay, you've got a frag grenade. I don't love that. Yep. Okay. You. Okay. He has 19. Push. Okay. We're trying to find something that breaks. That costs 1 action point. Go ahead and do that. There we go. That works. And then does that break concentration? No. Okay, she gets to go before the... I mean, you might just kill him. Which you did. That concentration did that. Absolutely outstanding. End turn. Okay. Okay, there's you. Go ahead, and you still have shockwave shots on. Okay, turn off shockwave shots. Okay, you're still gonna hit... There you go. And now, if you go there... Okay, go straight line, Flamer. There we go. Yep. Okay. And... Oh, I would have had to move. Okay. Alright. Can you hit his arms? Disrupting concentration. Confirm. Missed. Damn it. Oh, I forgot to move first. Alright, you. Why don't you go ahead and... There we go. Yeah, fire at him with everything you got. Okay. Oh, that dude is just splattering, boys. Alright, Bullgrin. Q, we'll switch. Oh, we should have. Yeah, I should have been on this the whole time. Open, demolish. There we go. No, go ahead and charge him. Target is too close. Can you charge him? There you go. Okay. And go ahead and just club-a-dub him. There we go. End turn. Good job, Bullgrin. Okay, become heroic. Why don't you go ahead and sail? Costs 1 AP more. The Verse Unleashed. Blaze Weaver. Okay, nobody's burning. Push. Oh god, why would you want to trigger perils? Maybe there's something that does. Okay, so go ahead and Nuka-Cola that guy. There we go. Subtle manipulation. The Mystic gains an extra psychic attack power that does not expend combat points. Do not... Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and do that. Yep. And then let's go ahead and put it on that guy again. We'll just get him out of there. Yep, you're dead. Alright, great. Okay. End turn. Alright, there's you. No, we don't need to do that. Run and gun. Soldiers burst shots and area attacks perform twice. Actually, go ahead and just... Nope. Yup. Eat some more flames, you son of a bitch. Yeah, she's not very good. I guess I could have switched off to the shotgun. Probably would have been good. Alright, let's try to snipe you. Legs. Torso. Go ahead and do the legs. There we go. Missed. Alright. Bring it down. He's too far. Oh, I should have moved again. God damn it. Alright. Get back in the fight. That's fine. Let's hammer that guy's morale. End turn. Okay, you. Lock and load. Yeah, go ahead and just lock and load it up. And then just try to gun him the hell down. Now shoot him again, daddy. There we go. Became heroic. What's this? Soldier gains a ranged attack that does not expend combat points. This attack always hits enemies and deals 50% more damage. Okay, great. Okay. The enemies are shattered. Victory is yours. Continue combat, I guess. Okay. End turn. Alright, what's his become heroic? Where makes a single that does not... Okay. Let me charge him. There you go. There we go. Sundered. Now, go ahead and swing that at him. Oop. There we go. Hit him. Whap. Then become heroic. And whap. Okay. Okay, Psyker, go ahead and nuke them. Okay, then come out here. There you go. Oh, go here. Let's go. Gotta remember to do more movement, man. Suppression and turn. Alright. He's gonna try to run away. Nope. Okay. You were gonna run to right here, I guess. Yep. There you go. You can see him. Alright. And then... yeah, go ahead and do that. Flame him again. Alright, what's her heroic act? Oh. Okay, they're shooting themselves. That's okay. What's her heroic act? Soldier gains a ranged combat attack. Always hits. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, and turn. There we go. And then you... just go ahead and put one in her. There we go. Confirm. Bang. There we go. Won our first combat. Alright. Oh. Let's go ahead and go right here. Collect all. There we go. Okay. Inspect with the Medicae. Stinking black liquid sloshes around inside the barrel. Strange, it's unlikely that waste would be stored with such care. Okay, flock preacher. Okay. Thank God, Emperor, we're Silbalus, we're alive. Alright, go ahead and go. The bandit with aluminum tattoos stand loose limbs and relax if he were the one who just killed all the ferals. Pretty little bloodbath that was. Not all the fish eyes made it, though, so it looks like you owe me for the loss, eh? The bandit stares at you grimly for a moment, then breaks into a gap-toothed grin. Come on, I'm just pulling your leg. A few drivers, more or less, who cares? Here, take this for the trouble. We received Unbreakable. Warworld origin, perplexing. Okay, someone has attached ceramite plates to the inside of this otherwise unremarkable armor. How such material found its way to lower levels of the hive is a mystery. What's the sludge that you're so worried about? Raw material from the sea bottom. The divers bring it to shore, and the Baron makes Gursium out of it. Valuable stuff. Glad it should help. I should be going now. Alright. So, we know there's... let's pluck that diver. Great hammer and heavy armor proficiency. Cool. Alright, goods. Let's grab those goods. Another Medicae kit. Good. More rope. Good. Okay, that was the stinking black liquid. Okay. So, diver hostage. Let's see what he has to say. Thanks for saving us. Diver hostage. Diver, flock preacher. Extract the fuse. It is a little hard to tell where we're at in resemblance of things. Okay. Why would we want to extract the fuse? Stop. There we go. The mechanism is thrumming with the effort, but is doggedly pumping air somewhere deep below. Wits. Judging by the rust and the dirt covering the bottom of the boats, they are frequently used. The black coating on the inside seems to have been left by the catch. Alright, but we do have some stuff here. Journal. Okay, what do we got here? Hostage situation. Yep, okay. So, that's that. Now, inquisitorial journal. Missing persons. Okay, Baron. The Baron prefers to hold public execution and keeps a record of all those killed by the carvers. Okay. Ferals. Crimson Fang let it slip that the Ferals did not risk exploring the excavation site because of the bog beasts that scuttled about there. On a tip from Baron, the bog beasts eliminated nearby all the feral gangs on the outskirts of the Hab Zone. Okay. What is something? Oh, research. The Fusiliers beat those baggers a lot. The sergeant said there wasn't many now because they's got scared. Complete. Okay. And then... Bands of pharaohs are constantly invading the town, robbing and capturing local inhabitants. Okay. We just got to make sure that we stay up on this stuff, because it's weird. Oh, let me go to my journal. My inquisitorial journal, missing persons. Okay, so we have one somewhere. Oh. Case hypothesis. Resonance. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Here. Remove conclusions. Gangs of pharaohs. Okay, interesting. Oh, final conclusions. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. There we go. I do like the investigatory part of this. What we got up here? That is the Brown Marshes. Okay. How do we get up there? Okay, we don't yet. We probably have to go inside. Okay, clear sleight of hand. See what's going on down here. Oh. There we go. Okay, pull. Oh, there we go. What do we got here? Commissar's boots. Well, that's definitely what we'll be doing here on our guy. Nice. We got some commissar boots. Oh, yeah, let's look at this. Weapons, great hammer. Is that better than an Ogren's club? All right. 1 through 13. Oh, he can't use it. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. What do we got here? We've got reliable las guns. Brutal shotgun. Okay. I think I definitely want to keep that one chick on the flamer. Armor. The unbreakable. Yeah. Or maybe we put that on a different guy. Bruiser armor. Okay. Heavy armor proficiency. Accessories. Fusilier's cap. The wearer gains +5 fellowship. There we go. Yeah. Commissar's boots. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Incorrect armament. Oh, I have the Commissar's boots on. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this on you. For sure. There we go. Okay. Got no use for that. Got no use for that. Okay, let's check your armor. You're wearing guard flak. That's pretty terrible. Improved flak armor. Bruiser armor. Guard flak. Improved flak. Flak chest plate. Yeah, go ahead and wear that. There you go. Okay. Assuming you got some kind of psyker armor, yeah. All right. Okay. All right, you big boy. Yeah, I'm sure none of that'll fit you. I'm sure. Oh, shit. There we go. Ogren fortified armor. That's, yeah. Must not have feature Ogren bonehead. Accessories, though. There you go. Yeah. Charge costs 1 AP less. That's good. Okay. Alright, there's hermits. Let's all check out these hermits, please. I like Cog. Cog's cool. Actually, I don't hate all the characters. She seems rather blah. The Psyker's a Psyker. Okay, Hermit. The flock is right about one thing: the sea quakes won't end. Okay, let's check this awareness here. The building is assembled from the scraps that even the beggars refuse to take. The people who live here are the most wretched inhabitants of Maris Pastorium. There's no one lower than them. Okay, let's inspect over here. Oh, there's rotten fish. Oh, that's going to be... Two hermits are leaning over a corpse stripped of clothing with a gunshot wound in its chest, clearly trying to think of the easiest way to drag it to the sea. Another hermit, an old woman with a malformed appearance, stands nearby, muttering something in a vehement voice. The Ogren growls, and despite having received no order to do so, takes a heavy step towards the hermits. You there, what are you doing? Yeah, that's right. Run away. Rottenfish, don't kill us, good master. Rottenfish was only giving a litany to usher along this warrior of the god emperor to rejoin him. Examine the body. Young man Ash's face is frozen in a grimace of disgust. Yet you notice that the muck on the body is relatively new, and his neatly cut hair suggests the deceased could afford to tend to his appearance. Sarah makes a sign of the Aquila and lowers her head, whispering a prayer, probably a requiem. Examine the gunshot wound. The edges of the wound are slightly charred. The man was shot with a las pistol. I'd like to note the presence of blood in the cadaver's mouth and nostrils. The primary wound, clearly inflicted by a low-powered las weapon, did not result in immediate death. It was the victim's subsequent wounds that caused their eternal bleeding and eventual demise. Look for identifying features. Man's forearm has tattoos, some which signify his affiliation with the Astra Militarum. Step away from the body. Cog, do you recognize this man? It's Sergeant Ouli. He's all dead. Had to protect him. Sergeant Ouli was bad at fighting. Your sergeant is dead. What will you do now? I shouldn't get to say. Listen, Acolyte, ideally we're supposed to return Ogren to the Fusiliers, but that'd be a pain and more bureaucracy than we like. If anyone asks, you can just flash that sizzle and tell him he's the property of the Inquisition, commander for official duty. In the name of the Holy Inquisition, I'm compelling you into my service as a valuable tool for the ranks of the Astra Militarum. From now on, you will obey my commands. Commander. And we finished a quest. Property of the Inquisition. Yep, that's finished. Property of the Imperium. While on assignment, the Acolyte discovered a lost Astra Militarum property. Ogren, type bonehead, serial number. The officer in charge of the property was killed in action during combat operation. The Acolyte has volunteered to return the property to Astra Militarum High Command. No, I have not. He's mine now. He's my buddy. Okay. Rotten fish. I need some cooperation, and I hope to cooperate. The God Emperor protects. It's an honor for old rotten fish to see a true servant of the Golden Throne in person. She'll help you with anything and everything. Saint Syllabus teaches us to hold together and serve the throne. Are you the herald of Holy Terra? O soldier infallible, Syllabus Saint. I have a few questions about you. I mean about rotten fish. She'll tell you everything, whatever's useful. Her life is not that interesting, but maybe her story will help. The archenemy crushing with your sure hand, protecting humanity from inhuman taint, the equal of war machines across the land. Were you and your fellow drivers born this way? No, master, it's the sea blight. You catch it and it gets worse with time. That's our lot and our service to him. Anyone can become a diver. You just need to learn from your old folks, carve the scriptures into your body, and dip yourself into the sea before getting a suit. It will hurt so much you'd rather crawl out of your skin. But after that, it's easier to go out for a catch. And those who don't perform our ritual, the sea takes them much faster. Great. Performing chaos rituals and then getting into contaminated water. Bad idea. This so-called blight is a mutation caused by contact with contaminated water. Advanced stage. I assume younger divers manage to conceal their ailments, but she is no longer able to due to the extent of the damage. It's not contagious, but as far as I can surmise, but I still do not recommend touching her. Why are you chanting? Rotten fish remembers, always remembers, like her man taught her. A verse about the saint repeats it so the fish doesn't forget, so the memory stays. That will be all for now. She told you not much to talk about. What's that strange smell? Don't be angry, good master. That's fish. Her body is old. That's why she's called rotten. Who are you? Rotten fish, good master, hermit, a diver in the past, just an old woman now. Tell me about this place. Blessed place. Syllabus the infallible was buried here, and we, the unworthy, live and toil in the name of the god emperor. Life here is hard, the sea is cruel, the land is dry, but that makes all the more better. You feel it's all for a reason. Back then, simple but hard-working folk lived out here. Some fixed the drains. Others, like the fish, went out in the sea. They made rations from fish and seaweed over there. And that building that's gone now, washed away. The sea fed us, but then the god emperor grew wrathful, and the sea rose from its shores and then swept away many things, dragged many people into the water. Our divers, they're used to it, but a lot of common folk perished. Well, no matter. We're managing for now as long as the sea is calm. You headed to Mars Matorium before going to the Spires. Okay. Decision consequences. What do you know about Professor Aramis? May the God Emperor watch over him, of course. I know Master Arachmus has lived here with us almost since his childhood. Came when he was still very young, spoke beautifully, told us about St. Sibyllus, just the way it's told in the teachings. Then the flood happens. Erasmus got hurt badly somewhere, and he gathered the flock around him. It's a good thing, but oh, we've grown so eager now, but folks are drawn to them. With each passing day, there are more and more of these troubled souls. Clue acquired. Okay. Confessor Erasmus, continue. Writ test succeeded. There's barely concealed a tone of pity in her voice, as if Erasmus and his flock are doing something wrong. Syllabus, the good became a traitor's prey. Her flesh, our hopes rent asunder by the villain's knife. It seems you're not telling me the whole story about Erasmus. Forgive all rotten fish, she is to blame. She holds pity in her heart, but pity doesn't suit his faithful servants. Erasmus once honored Syllabus the Infallible, but after he returned from the neighboring Hab zone, covered in wounds, his faith grew stronger. Yet something is not right about it. It's not for a foolish old fish to judge sermons. But back then he used to speak of unity and faith. Now it's all about pain and suffering. Those who listen to him torment themselves too. It's frightening to even look at. Devoted they may be, but rotten fish pities them deeply. Each day there are more of them, those poor soft-headed folk. After all, it doesn't take much to whip yourself. How do you feel about the Baron? He used to be the head of the local bandits, not the worst kind. When the sea came, he took all the power for himself. He struggled for a long time trying to set things right. In the end, he started taking the sea sledge from us and using it somehow. In exchange for us harvesting the sledge, he's been protecting our children and giving us some food. The fish can only thank him for that. If it wasn't for him, the swamp uglies would have eaten the rest of us for sure. Swamp uglies, what do you mean? Not long ago, the uglies came from the swamps, mutants like other people, but with beaks. Yeah, those recruit. Hi, Revelanty. But who is fish to judge them for their looks? So they attacked us, cutting us down without mercy. Many of them even ate right there where they killed them, but then the Baron came with his cronies and drove the uglies back in the swamps. Now they stay there a bit calmer. Sometimes they wander around the shore looking for food, but they don't bother us anymore. Let's talk about something else. I must go. May the God Emperor show you the way, and Sibyllus guide your way through it. All right, let's look at our Inquisitional Journal. Missing persons. Confessor Erasmus. The influence of Confessor Erasmus and his flock have grown on the people of Mars Matorium is growing by the day. Okay, back. Any others? Nope. Okay. Back. Character. Oh, are we already leveled up? Oh, no. There we go. Level 3. Okay. Yeah, so we're already slightly leveled up. So we're coming into the game down the road a little bit without the tutorial. Like, I don't want to extract that fuse. Like, that'll kill a diver. I don't necessarily dislike the divers. Well, let's look at the map real quick. We are here. Diver's abode. That's rotten fish. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I... Oh, okay, maybe it comes up if I extract the fuse. Okay. We do need to save more often. Because then our leader wouldn't have been stuck in that place. Alright, let's go ahead and extract the fuse. Oh, hold on. Oh, I pull it out of there. There we go. Oh, let's check this. See which way they went. Trail lost. Additional... Oh, there we go. Down here. The corpse of a worker without a service number. This is definitely not one of Millicenta's workers. Okay. Okay, so here's the Disciples of Repentance. Let's go figure out what's going on down here. We'll turn this. Okay. There we go. On the 5th day, the pain goes away. It becomes so easy. Oh, no, we've been this way. We've been that way. That's the way we came in. Okay. So, we can go in there if we want. Yeah, let's go in there. Okay. Inspect Lore Heresy. The sea did not spare this makeshift statue of Saint Syllabus, but his features are still visible under a layer of silt and shells. Alright. What is this? Crates containing the half-faded seals of the Astromil Charm. The Aquila has been ravaged, but the rest remains intact. Okay, let's get everybody right here. An aged woman with a small weather-beaten face is polishing a helmet of a diving suit when you approach. Stops and raises her weary eyes to meet you. Thanks for my boys, by the way. The Baron's oaths would have never pulled anyone out. What is it you want? Let's find out who she is. The locals call me Kabui. I lead the divers in the Hab Zone. I take them down to the very bottom and retrieve what the Baron really likes with this pretty mouth here. Okay. Investigation. I'm looking for a man named Ruffinius Scragg. He's not from around here and would have been a recent arrival. I do remember one shore rat always hovering about. He's very interested in learning about us and about the Baron's Grixum. He even suggested my boys gorge on that gunk and take a walk on the seabed, but we don't take Grixum, only real sludge. It opens up your eyes a little wider, but Grixum stops them from closing at all, understand? You have Feisling crates in your warehouse. Are you aware that this is theft? What crates? We found them in the sea. People throw a lot of nice stuff in the water, and we put it to good use. We keep our suits and hoses in these lockers. Everything we need for diving, basically. What's the profane idol in your settlement? It looks heretical. Heretical, haha. God Emperor, have mercy. What, didn't you recognize the saint? Who is the idolater here, then, eh? That's Syllabus the Infallible. The sea roughed him up a bit, of course, but we're no strangers to that, so we dredged him up from the bottom, stood him up, and now we honor him, just like the rotten fish instructed. Tell me more about your Hab Zone. We still haven't got much, but something remains still. One could say you have arrived just in time to witness the last gaps of Mars Epitorium. What do you want to know? What is this place? You can't make stew if you don't know any fishing spots. I'll tell you, there's no skin off my nose. This is our home. We're prepared to dive to the bottom of this rotten world, and there's a town around us. Our town, not the upper town, of course, but it still beats living in the swamps. It's kind of cool that they set it up around a polluted water world. I kind of like that. Ask away, we're quiet people. What do the divers do? Okay, before the flood, we used to fish and grow seaweed, and the Fab Map would grind them into rations, send them through the gateway to the upper hivers, and in return, they would send us food and medicine. Those were good times. And now we dive. This work is important. Without us, the Baron would be left without his precious Grissum, and we'd be left without his guns and grub. So you extract unrefined Grissum. Can you tell me more about it? Here's how it is. The Baron distills his poison from the raw stuff that comes straight from the bottom of the sea, from the tiny little wells darker than a grok's arse. These smokers only appear deep, deep down, so we dive down to them. We attach hoses and pump the stuff up into cylinders, except the pumps break constantly. We'll have to use our mouths to get the flow going, or that shit won't go the right way. Job's not for everyone. People drown, get poisoned, die, but you never go without. Everyone needs you. Do you dive too? I'm cleaning my suit right now, in case you haven't noticed. I can't be wading to the bottom all the time. Once I'm done with this, I'm heading to see the Baron again. You might have dealt with the ferals, but my people say they've seen these bleak faces on the shore again. May the sea take them. They came all the way from their distant shores, and now they're throwing their weight around. If you're here because of them, you should go see the Baron as well. He somehow managed to put them in place last time. Have you lived here long? We've been here since Mars Epitorium was founded. Ancestors fished here, then built boats, then invented diving suits. We survived a lot, But these floods, I doubt we'll be surviving them. We used to give our dead to the sea, and now it's come for us. Seems like we failed to appease it. Told you we're simple folk. Okay. At first, Erasmus himself was nothing special, just a run-of-the-mill sanctimonious preacher. He talked a lot about Sibyllus, and then he went through the gateway and didn't come back for a long time. They say he went all the way to Silesia Sectoris, the one that was burned for its people's wickedness. I don't know what happened to him there, but he came back injured all over. Since then, all he talks about is suffering. He's gathered rather oddballs around him. He calls them the flock of repentance. They're not too bad. They keep their hands to themselves, and I'm grateful for that. But the ones who listen to Erasmus's new words, you see, he speaks as smooth as you like, and and what he says sounds quite true. We must all suffer to purify our souls, he says. But our simpletons think that if you flay your hands and throw your neighbor into an acid vat, the God Emperor will immediately forgive you. He might. What do you think of the Baron? The same way I think of a knife in my leg. While it's in there, I'll be in a lot of pain and discomfort, but if I take it out, I'll bleed to death. After the Seaquake, the Baron and his carvers took power. They've mostly been keeping the locals in line, mostly. Anyone who doesn't like it doesn't live long. They disappear without a trace. You mentioned loomers. Who are they? They're carvers, the Baron's minions. They paint their bodies with luminous paint so everybody knows who they belong to. If it weren't for the Baron, may the sea take him, they would be common thugs, but he brought them together and keeps them under his thumb. He got them hooked on Gursagum, and now they'll do anything for another dose and listen to him like he's their own father. They're all twitchy, though, either from the Gursagum or from not sleeping for weeks after taking it, but at least they don't suffer the nightmares from the rest of us. What are these beak faces you're talking about? A bunch of freaks that showed up after the Seaquake must have come out of the distant pipes. Hideous things with beaks instead of mouths. They swooped in, killed some of our folk, and even ate some. If the rumors are to believe, I think they're starving to death since they came from the swamps. The pharaohs don't turn their noses up at human flesh when they're really hungry either. The Baron kicked the beak faces in the ass and sent them packing, except he started being friendly with them later. Damn him. I see. That'll do from now. You've told me everything I need. And alright, so that means we need to... Oh, let's go up here. There we go. You go ahead and gun that down, please. Okay, go right here then. Okay, turn that stuff off. Go right here. All of you go right here. There we go. All of you go up here, please. There we go. You go ahead and shoot the shit out of that, please. There we go. Okay. Everybody up here. No. There we go. All right. Oop, I hit the pause button. I don't like that there was a trap. That's not good. Okay. There we go. There we go. Please don't run into another trap. Okay. Well, let's open up that door. Sleight of hand. Multi-key. There we go. Alright. Interact. What's going on here? Someone has deliberately dragged half a body through filth and then wrapped a filthy rag around it. Okay. The body has been cut symmetrically. The corpse's hand is covered in calluses, fingers pointing towards the abandoned utility buildings in the center of Mausoleum. All right, let's look at our inquisitorial journal on the trail. Agent's mission. If the agent took keen interest. Okay, so we knew that. That's fine. All right, back. Missing persons. All right. So we learned a lot. The divers. Offering their corpses, distorted by mutations. Okay. The divers are prone to mutation. Some of them have mutated to the point of having four-toed feet. It was them who left the footprints at the excavation site. Okay. Flock of Repentance. Research. These believers put themselves into an ecstatic trance by means of painful sensations, suggesting to my observation people in this state are highly suggestible. Okay, complete. Okay. Crates of physaline. The divers store their diving equipment in containers similar to physaline crates. Carver's gang. The Baron's gang suffers from insomnia due to their Grixium consumption. It saves them from nightmares. The sergeant said stay away from those. They're not right in the head. Well, yeah, because they're meth junkies. Okay, Tragedy of Scintillus Taurus. Okay, there we go. Okay, we learned about him going somewhere and then coming back like a psychopath. Okay, back. Alright. Locals do not dare go against the Baron. Eerie installations can be found in the hidden corners of Marziporium. Bands of Pharaohs, Clan of Bog Beasts. Yep, we knew all that. Okay, divers worship a false idol. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, so we just click on these. Okay. Case hypothesis. Okay, I like the whole case hypothesis thing. This is cool, actually. Divers back. Okay. Let's see, do we have any other of these? Okay, no. I really like this, by the way. Okay, back. There we go. Okay. Close. There we go. Alright. Alright. So let's go out here then. Nope, everybody go out here. Oh, there's goods in there. Go get those goods. There we go. Alright. Alright. I do like the investigation stuff. We haven't been down here though, right? Yeah, we haven't been here. I don't think. Alright, let's look and see where we're at. We're here. There's Rotten Fish. Okay, there's the Brown Marshes. There's Kabui. There's loot. There's Sister Sephimet's camp. Excavation site. Marketplace. Alright, so let's look at our journal. Echo of the Unearthed. No, because of cordial cases. Okay, he's on the outskirts. Okay, so let's go find him then. I betcha he is here. At the Brown Marshes. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, down here. Here we go. Oh, hold on. What's that? There we go. Let's go see what that is. Oh, I bet we go turn off those pipes in there. Alright. Everybody up here. Come on. Acidic runoff has been detected. Will cause a chemical burn. Okay. Let's go down into here. Or no, this way. Come here. Up here. Clearly we need to shut off these pipes. Okay, let's interact with that one. No suitable items. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go down here. Actually, let's just do the brown marshes. There we go. We're going to the brown marshes. I think I like this game. I would like to definitely play it from the very beginning. Alright. Let's go to the brown marshes. Oh, that's good. We can teleport to, like, some different camps and stuff, so that's good. Okay. Well, I think we should save here until tomorrow. Oh, that's not great. That's rather heretical, I think. So, yeah. We will, they've got Servitors and a Mechanicus Tech Priest. That's not great. I think this is where we'll save. We'll come back tomorrow. And we'll explore these brown marshes area. I like the setting. Of this game, I really like the lore in this game. I like a whole lot in this game. I think it's going to be great. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 YouTube subs. We do a lot of Total War Warhammer 3. We'll do a lot of Total War Warhammer 40k. We do a lot of strategy games, RPGs. And then other stuff, I think I'm going to start streaming on just Kick and Twitch so it doesn't mess with the channel's algorithm. So, anyway, I will see you guys